Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby.
Fight on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Flashlight! Alright, so the year in review, 2020. Dun, dun, dun.
Man,
Let's see what happened in
started off
January.
not too crazy, huh?
Yeah,
The
a lot about
bushfires.
fires.
That was the
yeah,
very
bushfires of
first of.
2019 in Australia.
Oh, they started in 2019 and kept going.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say I didn't think that was in 2020.
Blah, blah, blah.
I wish you could sort this by like American mostly.
Yeah, like, who cares? Yeah, like 56 people killed and 200 injured in a crush at the funeral of General Qasem Soleimani in the city of Kerman, Iran.
What the fuck does
That
a crush
sounds
mean?
like it was important. Yeah, that's a good question.
Now it's,
Persian Gulf crisis, 56 people. I want to know
that's
how did
actually
they get
interesting.
crushed?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Slain by U.S.?
Stampede.
A 4 generals slain by U.S.
Oh, a stampede broke out.
Where's that?
Wow.
What is stampede?
Oh, okay. The general was slain in a U.S. airstrike, so we killed the guy,
And then they
and
stampeded.
then they had a funeral. Yeah, they had a stampede.
What is stampede?
Like everyone starts running.
Oh.
And people get
No
knocked down and ran over
information
by
about
other
what
people.
set off the stampede.
Wow, so we killed some foreign person and
And then the
caused the
the
stampede.
fallout was another 56 dead and
200
200 injured. But it was just them running, and we don't even know why. That's just so crazy.
Exactly.
You don't get too many
Our enemies
stampedes
are
in the
not
U.S.
brilliant.
You don't hear that too often.
No.
The only time you heard it was Black
well,
Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say Black Friday. There are some stampedes, not
Some people
recently,
died.
but yeah.
Gotta get that cheapest TV.
Okay, this was big news then.
What?
Iran launches ballistic missiles at 2 Iraqi military bases hosting American soldiers, injuring multiple personnel. Because the big question was, did they kill an American? I don't care if they killed the Iraqis, but did they kill an American?
But did an American get hurt, though?
Yeah, and then a Ukraine airline flight 752 was shot down by Iran's armed forces, killing 176 people on board, but no Americans, so that's like
So,
a half a person dying.
Moving along.
But this was big, news then that felt like it was like, oh man, we're definitely going to a war with Iran
Yeah.
soon. Like, we're all gonna, like, shit's going down there.
True. Oh, the impeachment started.
The impeachment trial of Donald Trump begins in the U.S. Senate. He was acquitted on February 5th. My God, that was such a build-up to nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it really was.
It was like, people were
Waste
so...
of money.
I was watching, I think, Vice News, and there was this lady that was, like, obsessed with the Mueller report.
Yeah.
Like, so much into everything. Like, what did it mean, and what does it amount to? And, like, I still don't understand what hard evidence they had of anything.
Yeah, I don't
They-
know what
they
the
had,
Mueller
like-
report really had in it.
They had, like, insinuations. Like, I don't think he's not free and clear, but no hard, smoking gun, definite evidence.
Gotcha.
Like, it's the same with the Hunter Biden thing, too.
Yeah.
There's no clear evidence. There's, like, it's like, what's the...
There's just a picture of Hunter Biden smoking.
No, it's like
I
when
thought he was
they
supposed to
have...
have like child porn or something crazy like that.
No, I don't know about that one. That I haven't seen anything even remotely
Am I talking
other
crazy?
than insinuations. But I'm talking about him getting paid off by the Ukraine. But all these deals are done like the same way that if you pay a prostitute, you leave the money on the dresser and you never say, I'm paying for sex.
Yeah, of course.
They never go and say, hey, politician, I'm paying you for influence, and they push the money over.
Yeah.
Like, that never happens. Trump or Hunter Biden. Like, it's never anything obvious. They're probably corrupt.
They're smart enough not to do that.
Yeah, they don't have any dumb stuff where they lean into the mic and say, I am going to grant you political favors for the money that you're handing to me. They don't do that.
We should
So they
probably
never
send
had
a lot
anything.
of emails about this illegal deal we're doing.
Yeah. They're not. Do you remember in The Wire where it's like, are you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy?
Yeah.
but
had the
but
yellow
business
pad.
books always said take meeting minutes. Like, throw it away, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I remember that.
See, they're not that dumb. Okay. What else? So, okay,
here's the
we're
start.
already at COVID on January 13th. The
Yeah.
World Health Organization declares the outbreak of disease as a public health emergency of international concern.
This is when it didn't feel like it was real to the U.S. still, though.
Yeah, Chloe was sitting there watching
Ah.
it, like, telling me, but it all seemed like rumors. Like, I didn't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Like distant news.
Yeah. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, but it
seemed
was
very
like,
distant from us.
the rumors were way worse than the reality seems. She was like, they're running out of body bags, Nick.
I mean,
China is running out of body bags. And I still don't know if that's true or not.
They're
Do
pretty
you
bad
think
in New
it's true?
York. I don't know about body
I
bags,
think
but
it's true.
Like, they were saying they were looking at the amount of pollution and figuring out that they're burning
That's
way more
4chan.
bodies.
Yeah.
Like half the nation is going to be dead in an hour or something. Like, I don't know. It
they
wasn't
didn't
that
say
bad.
that. Yeah.
But it seemed like a way bigger deal than it really was. Like, not a 2% death rate, like a 30% death rate or something.
Yeah.
pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, is what the rumors
Well,
were when Chloe started watching
what's
it.
funny, if it was a 30% death rate, it probably would have been over a long time ago because you're
Yeah.
less likely to
Everyone that got it would have
travel
just died.
everywhere.
But it also mutates, right?
Yeah, true.
So-
It could have been that.
That's true.
That's what I said. I still don't know if it's true or not.
That's
I have
true.
no clue.
It could have been more deadly. Also, they probably didn't know how to treat it, so there's even more chance it could be deadlier, right?
And also, that's another thing is the hospital got overrun. So a lot of people who, like maybe not die of COVID, right? They have some other disease. They couldn't get to the hospital,
Yeah.
so they're left to die.
And that was the
They
whole
also
point.
counted as a body
That was the whole
burn.
point of our shutdowns, right? Was to avoid that situation where we would have to have overrun
Yeah.
hospitals, which it seems like we're getting to anyways. But
Yeah, like I said, we'll have herd immunity by February. I still think so. I saw Fauci is raising his herd immunity estimates just so people still get the vaccine because they'll be like, we'll have it anyways.
yeah. All right.
All right.
Here.
Moving on. Oh, not until February 11th did they name the disease COVID-19.
What was it called before that? Was it just the virus in China?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you remember? You'd probably
It's
know the Chinese.
Wuhan pneumonia.
Yeah, I think they were calling that Wuhan flu or Wuhan something.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I heard was Wuhan. All about Wuhan
Yeah, it's
for
true.
a while.
Wuhan was the thing. Man, you know what though? That's like a city in
Mhm.
China everyone will know now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, what else is going on in Wuhan other than
Oh, it has some industry.
a viral lab?
And,
But I'd never heard of it before in my life.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. It has some cultural significance back in the day.
Here we go. The stock market crash.
Mm-hmm.
God, that lasted like a week.
Dude, that was crazy.
seemed like-
how much that crashed and how little it mattered.
Yeah, it just went right back. It's insane
I didn't
how much
sell at that point.
the real economy
Mm-hmm.
like cratered, and this was like, oh no, the real economy's down. Let's go down. Oh wait, rich people don't fucking care. And then that went all the way back up.
Yeah, it just skyrocketed after that though. It never stopped
It's
going
nuts.
up.
It still hasn't. It's crazy.
The rich
Just
are just
crazy.
getting richer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so this is a sidebar for this because I kind of reminded
Go
me
ahead.
of this. I was watching these TikTok videos of this girl who has her dad is a former Russian spy. Like he was a spy for the U.S.
Okay.
in Russia.
How do you know he's not a spy now and this is part of the propaganda campaign?
Dun dun. It's true.
Okay, go on.
deep level shit right there. But she just asks him like spy questions. A lot of things he just says, I can't answer that. It's classified. But one of the things she always asks is like, what do you think will happen? Will there be a World War III? And he always says yes. And he says, I think it's going to happen sooner. And he thinks it's probably going to be a class war.
Yeah.
Which I could totally
see that. I don't know. Seems like it.
The thing is, though, in the U.S., like, even when you're super poor, you're so much more comfortable than most people. Like, poor people.
But still, it's so disparate. Like...
Yes, it's getting really, really bad.
I feel like Chloe and I are aiming to retire at 40, 45.
Mm-hmm.
But then I see most people, and it's like, dude, you're going to work till you're in the fucking grave.
Yeah.
You're not going to, like, there's no chance.
Yeah.
And, like, we're not that rich. We're not rich at all. We're just, like, doing okay. There are people, like, they don't have to worry about money. And there's more and more of them with these cash outs of the big tech companies going skyrocketing like crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that just basically own it all.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. There's so many people that I think are just going to work themselves in the grave. Like, they have no outs. Like, there's nothing.
Yep.
Seriously.
It's very true. And especially, like, people who haven't actually experienced poverty before becoming impoverished. I think that's the biggest
I think
thing.
that's going to happen a lot.
Like,
too,
I used to be a
get
restaurant
automated away.
owner, and I used to live a really good life.
That's
and now
true.
I don't
I
even
think
have
there
a
are restaurant owners
Yeah.
that were probably making bank, and now they got nothing.
Like, literally just a reversal
They're done.
of what they had.
Man, that's got to be so harsh.
The other...
Especially, like, a lot of steakhouses, because they have to serve the steak hot, right? When you get the takeout, the steak is not that good.
That's
So,
true.
I mean,
Maybe
we
some
don't
of
go
them
to
have...
steak.
Yeah, we stopped.
Maybe some of them have so many assets they can stop from being, like, ridiculously poor, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends on how smart they were about the money they came in.
Oh, that's true.
Did they spend it, or did they put it in the market or something?
Ah,
They put it in the market. They're doing great.
Joe goes stuck on my shirt and he's trying to attack me.
Sorry, because that's gonna solve the problem.
Yeah, he always gets mad and attacks you. But yeah, it's that's very true. I think the statistic, last time I saw it, was like 73% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So that includes some people with good money, right?
Yeah, and I always think people I work with, like, they're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, they have to have that $80,000 Tesla. It's like there's no reason you need that. Like, just buy a normal car, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the consumerism mindset.
A Prius is
Yeah.
not good enough for you.
Yeah,
Jeez,
I was
man.
mocking the guy because he's talking about the Tesla. Oh, it has such a big display that he bought. And then it's like, you paid another $50,000 for another half an inch on that display.
Not wrong. I never
Yeah,
really
it's
understood
not
that,
hard.
especially
you
with
just
cars.
stick an iPad into your car.
Yeah, it's just so dumb. It's just so many people want to let people know that they can afford the $80,000 Tesla or something.
I really don't understand.
It's because it doesn't do much more for you. It's just a car.
Are they single or are they married?
Married with 5 kids. This guy, the guy that always talks about his Tesla, he never shuts up about his Tesla. I swear to God.
But neither of us
I
have
think the
ever
fact-
been the keeping up with the Joneses type, where we have to like have the
No.
latest car and the latest this.
Yeah, I'm always.
But
I don't
But
care.
in my opinion, in Bay Area, if you are brave enough to have 5 kids in there, means like you make decent amount.
That's crazy. Well,
Or
It's
you
all
make the
part of religion.
opposite, and you just have a shitty house and live in a shitty neighborhood and have government assistance to help you out. Anyways, so that's February. We sidetracked as we do.
yeah. We'll just move on. Okay.
Luxembourg.
Nothing.
I mean,
no one
because
even knows where
most of this is
Luxembourg
going to
is.
end
It's
up
not
being
really a
about
country.
COVID in some way. Oh, that's a big one where Italy did the first quarantine.
Oh yeah, that's when it started. That's when people started going, "Oh shit, this is real." I think now that it's not just the Chinese, because we don't know what to believe from China, but when it happens in Italy, we're like, "Oh man."
Yeah, because I remember
It's when the quarantine, March 8th, by the way, to let the listeners know, March 8th, the quarantine in Italy began.
They announced the lockdown, and there's the trains that before the lockdown, like the last trains.
Oh wait,
go to the other part of Europe. It was packed.
I want to know this.
People trying to flee there.
Pelosi
What?
dance Chinatown.
What? She danced Chinatown.
Something like that. Weren't they saying that? Did she not dance?
What? I don't know what this is.
What happened in Chinatown?
She danced in Chinatown?
I don't remember. Really?
I don't know if Trump was just... But she was saying something about going... No, she was not dancing in the streets of Chinatown.
It's Huffington Post. Look at the other one.
So...
Okay, Pelosi visited San Francisco Chinatown on February 24th. So this was before the Italy lockdown.
Okay.
To show solidarity for the neighborhood, walking around with the community leaders and eating lunch. Okay, it's hyperbole to say dance, but I wouldn't say that's a complete lie.
She visited.
She walked around the neighborhood, no mask.
Because I remember...
saying it's okay.
There's also, in New York, Chinatown, the mayor visits one of the Chinese restaurants.
It's still stupid. Don't go to Chinatown in the beginning of the pandemic. It's not racist. It's just common fucking sense. Well, you were avoiding it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I remember...
But it was before the Italy, so we still weren't 100% this is real at that point.
Hold on, look up this date, because I remember when... This was the moment when I, really realized this is probably... It's coming to the U.S. and it's real, was when Tom Hanks had it.
Oh,
he was diagnosed. That was the first time I was like, shit, a celebrity got this? Hold on.
That's a real person.
You know that's
not just an American. That's an American times a million.
Yeah, exactly. That's an American with money.
So
diagnosed. When diagnosed.
Like, when did this happen?
It's right there. You just skipped it. 3/11. The first one. CNN. March 11th. So it was shortly after Italy shut down.
Yeah, 3 days. So that's when it was heating up. Yeah. That's when it was like, oh man,
it was getting juicy.
This is a real thing. I remember it must have been around here. Is like I was doing Friday yoga at Cisco at work.
You do yoga at Cisco at work?
During lunch hour, yeah. So they had on every other Friday, you do yoga as a thing. And so we were all going to go in. Mm-hmm. And then I was texting the guy that led it. He was asking if I was coming. I was like, yeah, I'll still plan on coming this morning. And then somebody said they had it in another building at my workplace, a different one. Mm-hmm. And then I texted the guy, yeah, I don't think I'll be coming. And then I posted a link to saying that someone in another building of ours got tested positive. Uh-huh. And at that point, I thought maybe this is over in a week or two or something. They'll go clean it and we'll be fine. Uh-huh. But I haven't been back since. That was it.
Isn't that crazy?
And it was, it was just I was going to go in this morning to I've never been back again in what is it, 9 months now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
weird.
So ours happened where, first off, it's funny because our manager, we were waiting it was kind of end of March-ish, I think. I don't have it in the
Ours
calendar.
was around this. It was shortly after Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it was probably a couple weeks after, though. It was a week or two after that. But the funny thing was, he got up on the desk and had everyone gather around. And he told everyone, we're going home. We don't know when this will end. We don't know anything. And he literally just had us ask questions. He was just there to answer questions about everything, what's going on. But the funny thing was, he had us all gather together.
Yeah, let me spit all over you fuckers.
Yeah, to have us leave to not be close to each other.
So crazy.
That's a great idea.
But I
Right
mean,
there.
you had to do it some way, I guess.
No, we just got email announcement. Like, you guys just stay at home.
Well, we're allowed to work from home from whatever, so there was no official that time. I just said, I'm not going to come in.
Yeah.
I'm going to work from home today. And then later that day, it was a don't come in.
Yeah, well, ours was more like most people didn't work from home. They had just started a pilot to test some people working from home 50% of the time.
So crazy.
It escalated rather quickly, and yeah, obviously haven't been back since.
Yeah.
All right.
It was very surreal for me because I switched teams.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my old manager. My old manager trying to convince me do not switch team, but I said, "Nah, I'm just still gonna switch it." After I switched, like I never officially said bye to my previous coworkers.
You said
just
deuces.
like, okay, join the new team, and never mind, you're not gonna say hi to the new team members either.
That's crazy.
Here's a computer. You talk to everybody on Slack.
Doesn't it seem like March, though, was like 2 years ago?
Yeah. Well, that's part of like
time dilation is all fucked up. Time is just weird.
Yeah, like when you're not in your routine, time goes so much slower.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
Like, I can't believe this is when I started painting minis way back then. That was way back then, seems like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And like I started going, I gotta get something.
This is when you started
To
painting
do
minis
during
because
prom here.
you knew you had COVID and stuff, or you're going to be locked
It
up?
was maybe a month after this when I was like, I don't think we're going back for a while, and I'm so fucking bored.
Yeah.
It wasn't much longer because it was too cold to go to anything, and everything was closed anyways. So we weren't going outside. We were just inside all day.
Yeah.
And I was losing my mind and just wanted something to just do something.
Yeah.
Because it was like we were just in there, not going anywhere.
Also, at that time, we were a little bit terrified. Like, we
Yeah,
also
we
cleaned
would
up a
not
lot
go
of...
anywhere.
Yeah.
Chloe was wiping down every grocery we ordered
bought-
online.
Yeah.
And it was like we weren't going anywhere.
Yeah, we
It
were
was
the
crazy.
same for the first couple of months of COVID when it was still kind of unclear of how it works and what's going on. And same thing, we did all grocery orders. It felt really weird to go into any grocery store, and we maybe did it once or twice.
Yeah.
Just because the cost of delivering groceries is too much.
Yeah. Not only they charge you the delivering fee, they also mark up each item.
Yes, we noticed that too. All the
That's-
items are marked up to hide the cost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyways, so
Anyways,
that was the
moving
start.
on.
March was.
There's a lot
start.
more about the prices going down in the stock market. There was the big news that this seemed like such huge news at the time. Oil goes negative.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
nuts.
There was a big news where, like, when oil goes negative, there is some derivatives that's sold by Bank of China to to the average folks. One default, people start owing the bank like tens of thousands of dollars because it's option.
Yeah.
When they advertise the derivative to those average
They didn't know
consumers,
they could owe
they
money.
didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know it's an option.
Oh my.
That this could technically go negative and I can owe money to the people.
Oh yeah.
Which is weird because you never think about that. I wonder how many people thought oil is negative, they'll pay me to take oil, and started looking into like, oh man, I bet I can get a bunch of oil and they'll just give me money. And then like, oh, you have to file a lot of government regulations and store 40 million barrels. Now I can't get free oil.
Shucks.
They're lying to me.
I can't hold that much.
Yeah, that's why it's negative.
That also-
You can't do that.
That was another
It's
weird
crude
thing
oil,
in
it's
this
not gasoline.
beginning of the pandemic was because Nicole hadn't moved in with me yet. So we would drive to her place and to my place back and forth a lot. Was how empty the roads were. Like 270. So empty.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much. Like, I'm surprised when I go out on the road now. I keep thinking, where the fuck are all these people going? There's a pandemic. There's a stay-at-home order again. And then I think, but then again, why am I on
Yeah,
the road?
like, you're
I got
on
a
the
thing to
road.
do.
Exactly.
So fuck me. Why did I got to be on the road?
True. All right, what else we got?
Let's see.
So many people moved.
So much more just COVID landmarks like Mount Everest will close due to COVID. stock market falling. March is just like the pandemic is going bonkers, and we're all realizing we're in some real serious shit now.
Everybody throw hands in the air and go, ah!
Yeah.
To be
Start
honest,
screaming.
though, it has killed a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It's just-
like every entry under April too is COVID.
Yeah.
Like April 7th, Japan declares an emergency.
We should do that, just
let's
like
see.
general.
Oh, here
I
we
remember
go.
at that time everybody was looking at that the Princess Diamond.
Oh yeah, the cruise ship. I do remember.
What happened?
Here's something a little bit. That was one of the big things. Is the cruise ship came back from Japan, right?
Yeah, they docked at Japan, and then like there's so many people coming out of that cruise ship.
They wouldn't let
Like,
them off
Oh,
for a while.
that's-
They were
wouldn't.
just like stuck on a cruise ship right offshore
They're
for like
waiting
a
to
month.
die, you know, that kind
Yeah.
of
That
thing.
suck.
I heard it was like
Fuck.
disgusting.
It would have
right?
to be.
Because
Oh.
they can't even get, like they had no food and no one's taking a shower. I don't know. Because they only have supplies for so long.
Yeah, you'd think things were going to
It was
run
so
out
bad.
eventually.
Anyways, here's something that slightly breaks it, but it is still an epidemic. The Democratic Republic of Congo reports the first case of Ebola since February 2020. The outbreak has killed more than 2,200 people.
What? They had,
You had another epidemic going on, but
Damn.
only in the Congo.
the Congo had 2 epidemics going on?
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
it's
Is it
kinda
still
rough.
in Africa? I never hear Africa numbers.
No,
I think partially they say it's because everyone in Africa, it's like super young. Like it's a very young country, so not that many old people. Most people don't live to old age, I
I
think.
was gonna say old people
Not
die
country,
off.
like yeah, most of the African continent, sub-Saharan
I think
Africa.
was April when the Tiger King documentary came out, because that was a very important part of COVID.
Oh man,
Like
that
that's
should
forever
be on
tied to it,
Wikipedia.
right?
Yes. Everybody's watching it. It's like
Tiger
March
King.
such
20th.
a phenomenon.
That was the beginning phase
Yeah.
of the pandemic. I feel like there's the Tiger King phase,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
and then there's like everyone has a beard phase,
The Tiger King.
and then there was everyone has a bad haircut phase.
Yeah.
And everyone's over it and just getting haircuts and shaving now phase.
Yeah, whatever.
I think that-
they gave up face.
I think we're in the exhausted phase.
Now there's like I'm okay with it. I'm in the like whatever I'm living with it phase.
Yeah.
Like it's just I can survive till June. I can survive till next June. It doesn't matter.
You
I
make
never have to
peace
go
with
back to
it.
work again. I don't care.
Yep.
Like I'm at the phase where it'll be so weird to go back to real
Yeah,
work.
that's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
back
Like,
in
how
the
weird
office.
would it be to actually
So
go back
unusual.
to an office?
You don't know how to say hi to your coworkers
Like-
anymore.
Yeah, I think I'll go up. I'll like poke my coworkers to make sure they're real. Right?
You know plastic?
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna start
Like,
masturbating at my desk. Be like, bro, I've been doing this for months.
I-
It's cool.
Yeah, I've been doing this during so many of our meetings. I thought it was okay.
Oh, good lord.
All right, moving on.
How are we
Let's
gonna
see.
say goodbye to pajamas at work?
I know I might show up to work in pajamas. China ends lockdown with Wuhan.
April was also the month where you still felt like this would end kind
COVID.
of soon, and then it.
Yeah, we were told everyone thought we'd be back by June.
Yeah.
Now it's June next year, 2021.
Yeah,
June.
we'll see.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, at least June
God,
of
so much more.
2021 seems more reasonable with the actual vaccine.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if you've paid much attention to it. The Pentagon formally releases 3 videos of unidentified aerial phenomena encountered by U.S. Navy
Yes.
pilots.
Oh, I've been following that
Yes.
a lot.
Seems like-
I remember that. Reading
I'm
it.
still like, aliens seem like big news. I even see people I respect talking about the aliens things, and I go, meh, and just go, I don't want to read it because it's too crazy.
Those extraterrestrial beings.
Right?
No,
I don't know.
I've told you
Do you think
multiple
this is real?
documentaries you should watch about this, and I think you watched.
I did watch the Joe Rogan, the guy he interviewed. He seemed like he was full of shit to me.
Really?
He just seemed full of shit to me. He
Yeah.
seemed full of shit to me.
Really?
I think you know enough science, you go, nah, not really.
I don't think so. The
He
dude
seemed full
does.
of
That's
shit to
what he
me.
does. He still does science.
No, he sees... What does he do? What has he... Give me an accomplishment. A real accomplishment.
You have to Google him. His life was
the guy's
ruined
name?
by what he did, so you can't really.
Yeah, that's the story. He just seemed like he was coming up with it, like he had to remember his lies. And it all
I
seemed
don't know
too
about
perfect. An anti-gravity device, it seems like something a sci-fi writer would come up with.
that. No, I believe him, and also
I didn't buy it. Joe Rogan believed him, but I don't think Joe Rogan's a genius.
Yeah, no.
I think he's smart in his own ways, but he's not the smartest guy in the world.
there's also a interview that Joe Rogan did with a pilot that talks about seeing a UFO.
Yeah, so UFO, okay. I'm okay with UFO.
Yeah.
As an unidentified flying object.
Correct.
As in, I don't know what that thing that I saw is. The other guy was saying basically pretty definitively
Yeah,
aliens.
no, he was definitely
some
aliens.
alien technology. Like that, I don't
But
buy that guy's
these
story.
pilots
I buy
were
pilots
talking
saying
that-
I don't know what I saw.
the pilots
That's
are talking
fine.
about things flying in ways that nothing they know of can fly, though, like
Yeah,
going
I think
speeds
that's
that are unheard of.
I think governments do crazy stuff you will never find out about, and some people see them.
I mean, that's probably true.
Accidentally and
Yeah.
thought it was alien, but it's actually just undisclosed project.
And some people I think are high and they don't even know it.
Let me ask you
I honestly think
this way, Nick. If you found
Yeah.
out that the government did know about aliens and we
Mm-hmm.
have had contact with them, whether dead or alive, would you be surprised?
yeah, I would.
It would be.
Because I don't think it's something that would not leak. Somebody would tell us. Somebody that knew.
I think the
say it.
problem is alien is just like everything
too
else
big.
is. There's so much misinformation. Even
And
if they leaked things saying, yeah, we're pretty sure we have things that are not out of this world. That actually released this year.
Not of this world.
Yeah.
No. That's actually how they got the iPhone. No, Apple didn't invent it. Some alien came as and they came up with the Apple logo too, even though they don't have apples on their planet. I don't know how. No.
That's funny.
What was I saying?
Very interesting, sir. Very interesting.
That's how in that one movie, the Apple operating system somehow interfaces with an alien ship in Independence Day.
Oh, you're talking about the commercial?
No. There was a movie,
Okay.
a really big movie Will Smith was in the 90s,
Okay.
called Independence Day.
Also called the perfect
Okay,
movie.
where aliens invade. And the great thing is, their final solution to kill the aliens is they fly up into their spaceship, and he uploads a virus to their spaceship using a MacBook, basically. And it's like, wait a minute, how the hell do the operatings interface? How does any of that work?
You don't need to think about it. Will Smith saved the day.
How do you... Oh,
Oh, did it stop? No, it's going.
okay.
It's fine.
You don't even
You don't
know
see
if they're using a binary,
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Exactly. So the movie made no sense at all if you think about it for 5 seconds. Oh, but it was hilarious.
But wait, Nick, is it
But yeah,
not still
no,
an
I don't think there's
amazing movie?
aliens. Oh, it was a good movie. It's a good movie in the 90s with the special effects and stuff.
Classic
it was
90s movie.
I haven't seen it since then, so I can't really comment
That's
on
true.
it.
I
If
haven't
I
seen
would
it
watch
since
it now, would I like it? I know when I was 15, I thought it was amazing.
Well, I'm definitely for sure. When I was 15, I thought what was amazing. Right now, it's just like, what the hell was I
Yeah.
thinking?
Sometimes I rewatch stuff when I was 15. It's like, oh, but I appreciate it on another level.
Yeah.
Other things I watch and I'm like, that's
That
so
was
dumb.
bad.
Why did I like that? God, I was a dumb 15-year-old.
You know what COVID
what
has
a
taught
kid.
me, though? Is
Mm.
if aliens literally on TV landed and were greeted by the president and everything, there would be conspiracy theories saying it's not
Yeah.
true, and half the United States wouldn't even believe it.
Mm.
I would say at least about half.
There'd be a good portion saying, Trump's been an alien the whole time.
Probably. I think some people are saying that already.
What's next? I'm trying to skip too much COVID stuff because so much of it's COVID related.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how is it not
can't
going
avoid
to?
it.
This is the COVID version of this. How are we gonna? I don't know if we can do an episode of 2020
let's
review
just do
without
this one.
COVID. It's impossible.
It's a year of the COVID. You can't avoid the obvious.
Yeah, you really can't.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm through April. I'm looking at
May
May.
6th
trying
has
to
a
find
cool one.
non-COVID. Which one?
The first one on May 6th. The astronomers announce the discovery of the first
Discovery of
black
the first
hole
black
located in
hole.
star system visible to the naked eye. That's
I
pretty
didn't
cool.
know that. That doesn't... Wait. Okay, the star system is visible. I was going to say, the black hole itself can't be visible.
Yeah.
The whole point is it's not visible.
That would be incredible. The first visible black hole.
That's not true, though.
What?
Right? A first black hole located in a star system visible to the naked eye. Wrong.
Well, the star is visible. Is that
No,
what they're
still
saying?
wrong. Strong. Wrong. I want to correct Wikipedia.
Go ahead.
Why?
Because they believe at the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, is a black hole.
They believe.
Well, they believe this too. We don't have perfect evidence of a black hole, and we can see the
Of
Milky
our
Way.
star
We can
system
see
or
our
of our
star
galaxy?
of our galaxy, which is a star system, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Star system's what's throwing me off there because that's not really a.
What's a star
Term.
system versus galaxy? So a solar system.
Yeah, so a star system is a solar system.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
So it's actually like in like our star system, like there's just a black hole around. That doesn't make sense.
no, they're saying one that's visible by the naked eye. You can see a
no,
star.
no. The star system is
Huh?
okay.
So one of the
So
stars
we're
you
in
can
a-
look out in the sky and see has a black hole.
I know. We're in a solar system, right?
Correct.
So that's a star system.
Yes.
Okay, at the center of our galaxy is a black hole.
Yes. I've heard
But
that.
I thought if there was, like, that's a bunch of star systems around a black hole. A bunch of different star
Yes.
systems, which is the galaxy.
Yeah.
The
And this
Milky
is
Way
saying
galaxy.
there's a star system with a black hole in the middle of it.
Just stars, and there's a black hole plus a star. I thought the black hole would just suck all that crap in. And then it would just be like, I thought they were at the center of galaxies. That
Well,
was
no,
my
it's-
understanding of black holes.
Does-
Is that there's so much that, like, whole star systems rotate around them. But if it was, like, a
small
star
enough
system
black
there,
hole
maybe.
where
I don't
it
know.
might
I don't
be-
understand this.
Yeah.
Let's.
know
I
star-
want to see if this is, if I can.
A triple star
triple
system. That
star
probably answers half
system.
the questions there.
Okay, I think you're right. I think it's the star system, like our solar system.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
That's kind of cool.
It's not as big of news though, because we have a galaxy where we think which is ours, which we think has a black hole at the center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Astronomy is just fucking crazy when you start really thinking about it.
Oh, okay. I remember. Okay, this is interesting news.
Oh yeah,
May
I remember
9th,
that.
several Chinese and Indian soldiers are injured in a cross-border clash at Nathu La Crossing.
Wow.
About 150 troops participated in the face-off, which
Yeah.
involves fistfights and stone throwing.
You can't
Really?
shoot.
Yes. This is hilarious. So there's a borders dispute between India and China.
That's been going on for
And the crazy thing is, okay, if you shoot a gun, it's a declaration of war.
yes.
Oh, so they didn't.
So they go and they punch each other and they throw
And
rocks.
throw stones.
They intimidate each other all the time. They're basically, it's like they're at recess and they're little kids in different groups.
That's hilarious.
It's so fucking stupid.
But they can't
The
shoot
whole
because
thing.
it's war at that point.
Yeah, you're not allowed to shoot because it's a declaration of war. And then it escalates really quickly. So they don't shoot, but they like push each other off like cliffs. They do crazy stuff. Like
So,
they said,
like,
they
they're
throw
straight
stones,
killing people
and they
and
kill
stuff.
people. They literally kill people with this stuff.
Damn.
Well, you can kill people with stone. for
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure there was, maybe it's later in the year. At some point they pushed them off a ledge. Like they killed people, but never fired a shot because that's war.
Yep.
So that's
so
that's the
stupid, the
actual
little
law.
They are
is it has to be
rule-abiding
a firing
citizens.
shot.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
It's so
They can't
dumb.
just put in like you also can't kill people and fight them.
Yeah. It reminds me where it's like you can't fight in here. It's the war room. Like, it's just war is so stupid when you start introducing like rules to it. It's like the rule is win. There are no rules. Just fucking win.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When it's actually war, the rules are kind of like
anything goes.
We hope you follow it.
But they have those things like the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, but you don't have to follow
Dude, if
the
we
Geneva
need
Convention.
to win, you will suspend that in a minute if you think it'll help.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to follow those rules.
I think there's something about the U.S. saying, one of the generals saying, we need to win because otherwise we'll be tried for war crimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, let's go on. May 12th, gunmen storm a maternity hospital and kill 24 people, including 2 newborn babies. Here's the part. In Dashishbarachi, a majority Shia neighborhood of Kabul, Afghanistan. That sounds like if that happened in America, we'd never stop talking about it.
Yeah, what kind of people
storming a maternity? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
in a separate incident, 32 people are killed by a suicide bomber.
But bro, like, how many school shootings and random shootings did we have before COVID? Like, these actually, I mean, the baby one's bad because it's babies.
Come on, that maternity ward, that's nuts.
But like the bombing's not like. We had plenty of that before COVID. 32 people being killed at a funeral. I mean, them some good numbers, but
if those were Americans, it would be a huge story. But this is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that
either,
either,
in
but
Afghanistan.
I also don't follow Afghan news.
That's true.
Okay, COVID-19, May 14th, a part of the COVID-19, the UN warns of a global mental health crisis caused by isolation, fear, uncertainty, and economic turmoil.
Yeah, that never went away. Dude.
Do you think you're a little crazier now? I think I'm a little crazier.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm a little crazier now.
Especially with alcohol consumption to go way up for everyone.
I find I talk to myself a little more because I don't think I'm talking to other people.
I think I talk to the animals more.
Me.
What's that? I talk to you, but like, I feel like you don't go to work and talk to people nearly as much, so I feel like I'm not talking, like, you just have a need to talk or to say something, and you just say something to yourself.
I think
I don't think I talk to myself nearly as much.
I think my attention span has gone down, even though it was
already
that too.
Bad. Yeah, and it was terrible already, and now I'm even attention span.
Oh,
it's even
hers
worse.
went down too. Clearly,
she wasn't paying attention to know.
What?
I really feel like that's one of the bigger things I notice is my attention.
Did you ever just sometimes wake up and be like, "Is this still real?
Yeah.
Is it still
yeah,
really
for sure.
what this is?"
Well, sometimes because like I go down and I go to my desk to work, and it just feels weird sometimes. Just like I'm really still working from home.
Yeah.
Still.
Exactly. Like I still am just here.
Everyone just craves a little bit more space.
It's definitely harder to get motivated to do work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like right now, I think we both have our separate offices. It feels a lot better.
A lot more than when I was always just stuck in the living room. That sucked. I hated it.
Yeah.
It feels like, and then it's like I'm just right next to my TV, which has YouTube. It has a little PS4. It has so many things to tempt me away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just right in my line of sight. I think it's gotten much better now that I have my own office, whereas like I at least have to walk down to go screw around.
Yeah. Oh, look above that. The global death toll was 300,000, which is now the U.S. death toll.
Oh, that's like
Can
nothing.
either of you name even close to what the global death toll is now?
I think it just passed like 16 million. Is that correct?
16 million?
Am I right on that?
What?
This sounds high.
No, that sounds crazy. Let's see.
Am I crazy?
I'm curious.
I just saw something about it, and for some reason I'm thinking 16 million, but that seems really high.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No,
that's U.S.
It's definitely not
That's
24.
US. Worldwide.
1.8
Yeah,
million.
I don't know how I was getting
1.8.
16.
Close to 2
like-
million.
Like globally though, that's still not.
Yeah,
a
1.7
huge deal.
million's not that bad globally.
Yeah, we lead at 336,000 deaths. I do think that's a huge underestimate. I would at least double or triple this. Just because people so many countries don't even test and they don't know why they died. Even us. Like, if you look at excess mortality, even though we test more than anyone, like, if you look at excess compared to last year,
I saw
there
that.
are a lot more deaths.
Yeah.
I would even double ours.
Yeah, we're definitely way more than we've had.
Hey, after COVID, there are gonna be a baby boomers.
Maybe.
There might actually
I feel like it's happening in my workplace. So many people are taking paternity leave recently.
Yeah, that honestly wouldn't be surprising.
Oh yeah, it's about time, right? If they, it's
it's
March.
9 months.
Two of my coworkers just had babies, which means though I think they had to have it before COVID or right during.
No, you're assuming 9 months. There are good odds that lots of people have them early.
Yeah.
Right, 7 or 8 months is very, very common.
Did have COVID babies.
Yeah.
I just didn't think of that.
Huh?
What?
I'm looking for
Oh,
anything
there's
interesting.
also not just unreported COVID deaths because they didn't test, but I bet you suicides and shit like that's up.
Oh yeah, I
Violence.
know that's up like crazy.
Yeah, because imagine if you're just locked
Oh yeah,
down by
I beat
yourself.
Chloe a lot more.
What's that for?
We got the evidence now.
Uh-huh. Oh, here it is, May 26th. A change from COVID.
Oh yeah.
May 26th. Protests caused by the killing of George Floyd break out across hundreds of cities in the U.S. and around the world.
That was definitely
Around the world? Why?
I don't get it, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how it got worldwide, but I think we're not the only country that has cops that suck.
Yeah, but still, I don't think why protests. Like, why is
don't
it
know.
such a big?
I think it was
You know
a trend
what's
that
the
caught
most
on in that way.
ridiculous thing?
I think everyone's
There-
just bored.
No, there are
That
some
too.
protests in Japan.
Yeah,
How many black people in Japan?
still, and even still, it's not like so many more cases seem more legit than this one.
It was
Like
just
this
a
one-
spark, though. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Was a spark.
There was like, and I don't think murder won. I think it's like what is it?
Murder in
Like
the first
involuntary murder,
I
manslaughter.
don't know.
manslaughter,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has
involuntary
pre-existing
manslaughter.
conditions.
and maybe.
So
I would say maybe because one of the cops said, "Hey, should we call the ambulance?" And that guy said no.
yeah, so probably
And he-
more like voluntary manslaughter.
That's
Like
where
he
I
could have
say,
prevented
okay,
it.
maybe.
I don't disagree with you on
The
that.
other three I think are fine. They didn't do anything. It's the one asshole that was like, no. And then like dug his knee in more, maybe.
Yeah,
But
and the
maybe.
guy who suggested it was new. He was like very
Yeah.
new on the force. So like
That guy I think should definitely get off, right? That
Yeah,
guy is,
I
like,
agree with
he doesn't
that.
even seem nice. Like, shouldn't you and I get like he's new so he doesn't know is this like normal? Is that
Yeah.
what you do?
I said that from
Yeah,
the
and
beginning
also
that the
he's
guy who was
probably
new should get
lowest
off
in the
because that's
totem
like
pole.
Yeah.
you're new and like this is your superior
He has no
officers
idea.
yelling at you.
Yeah, and
like,
he can't speak
"Oh,
Exactly.
that much either.
guess
That
this
one
is
seems
cool."
to me like a definite get off. The other guy, he should at least get something. A couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to be like, you don't just like put your knee and dig in as much as possible. But then again, it still could all be because that dude had COVID and was on drugs.
Yeah.
but it, you
Right?
know,
Wasn't he
it does-
on something? Fentanyl?
the people
that
on
it?
his neck didn't
I
help.
don't know, meth or whatever.
It didn't help, but can you definitively say it's what killed him or COVID plus fentanyl?
Well, I think his lungs stopped. So the fact that he
Well,
was yelling,
COVID
"I
and
can't
fentanyl's
breathe,"
gonna do that, too.
I think it was that the people on top of him.
No, do you think or do you know?
How would I know? I didn't do the autopsy.
Exactly. Now here's the problem though. What's the bar for conviction in a criminal case, Zach?
What do you mean?
What's the bar
Oh.
for conviction in a criminal case?
You mean like proving beyond a doubt?
reasonable doubt.
Beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
I honestly think he should probably get off. I think he probably is guilty. Now, this is what's really hard for people.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's guilty, and he shouldn't be abusing people like that, like digging his knee in and say no. He should have said, yeah, I'm going to ease up because he's saying I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
But can I say beyond reasonable doubt that guy killed the man?
Well, then,
Can
but
you
he
say
should
beyond
at least
reasonable
be charged
doubt?
with whatever the lower of that is. Then police brutality wise, right?
I'd say police brutality. I could understand.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be putting his knee on like that. But still, would you say beyond reasonable doubt that he killed the guy? That his knee is the what put him, like murdered the guy that made him die?
I don't think it was just his knee. It was the fact that there's 2 other people on him.
Was there? I thought they were just holding him down.
No,
That's
there's
fine.
2
Holding
other
down's
people
not gonna
on
kill
him.
you. I know, but if he was on fentanyl, and this is if I don't know if it's true. If he was on fentanyl and he had COVID, would you say beyond reasonable doubt the knee is what killed him?
No, because I think yes, that was the catalyst for it. If I have asthma,
No.
and I can die from not breathing very well, but somebody
Well,
causes
if you have
me not
asthma
breathing,
and you have COVID
then
and
that's the
have
cause.
taken fentanyl, what was that? If you have asthma and you've taken fentanyl and you have COVID, could you say that was the catalyst for your death if you die? Probably.
I don't.
Beyond
what's
reasonable
the-
doubt means there's no way you could possibly think it was
I've
another
never
thing.
even heard the COVID part.
He had COVID.
Okay,
he had
but here's the
COVID.
thing:
He had COVID.
would he
In
have died if
autopsy.
they were not on top of him? I'm pretty sure I think
That's the
beyond
thing. I don't
reasonable
know if
doubt
he had, if he was
wouldn't
on,
have.
because my understanding, and again this could be untrue, is he swallowed a bunch of fentanyl when he saw the cops were coming for him.
For what?
If that's true, that
He had
takes
drugs, so
hours
he took
to
a bunch of
digest
fucking
and
drugs.
actually start in his system.
I don't think so. You take a bunch of fentanyl, you're gonna feel it soon.
Oh, it
Let me
has to
see
go
this.
into your bloodstream. That takes at least 20, 30 minutes.
Fentanyl, George Floyd.
That's actually one of the things.
Wait. New court docs say George Floyd had a fatal level of fentanyl
Oh,
in his systems.
Could be.
So what did you say? Could be.
If it's a fatal level.
Again, this is
but I
assuming
still
it
don't
was
know
true.
how that would.
If it's true, if that's
Yeah.
true, then I think beyond reasonable doubt he doesn't meet that standard. I don't think he's even
That's true.
guilty of manslaughter. Maybe
Very
police
possible.
brutality, but manslaughter? I don't know. It
Yeah, I
might
get
not
it.
have been him like murdering him. It might have been he would have died anyways. I can't say beyond reasonable doubt that he's the one that murdered him.
I'll give you that. So, one of the things that drives me nuts
But that's
in
why it's
movies-
crazy, because I think the Breonna Taylor thing, like, they just shot that guy. Like, they had the wrong warrant and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just posted something
That's why,
about
like,
that.
why
They
this
lied
one?
on the warrant.
Why this
too.
one? There's so many other ones that you see that are way worse, and this one's like, I don't know, maybe.
Well, it's just because there's so many before this one, and I think because of COVID, people were just charged up and ready to go, and this
See
one
that
happened.
I don't watch them, so I don't know the ones before this one until they get huge, and you can't not.
Well,
know
you've
it.
heard a lot of them,
Yeah.
like Trayvon Martin. You've
But
probably-
that's way before. I thought you were saying like immediately before, like a month before or
Oh
something.
no. I'm just talking like there's been plenty before this. Like the BLM movement was probably, I think it was 5 years before this, so it's all leading up to this, right?
Yeah.
But anyways,
still don't
I was
know.
about to say one of my pet peeves in movies, and I know this is a thing because it's a movie that they have to do, but people will eat drugs and immediately feel the effects. I'm like, that's not how
Oh.
it works. Like, you don't eat like,
And then it's like-
a pot cookie and suddenly you're just fucking tripping balls.
Because I took a hit of a marijuana and now I see dragons.
We'll see if you smoke it, it is like within 30 seconds to a minute you can feel effects, right? But if you eat it,
But you're not going
way
to see
different.
dragons if you take
Yeah,
one
you
small
won't see dragons,
Oh.
but it's one of those pet peeves in movies I have where they do drugs but they eat them and it's just like immediate.
Yeah, but no one wants to do the cut forward. In,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Time. All right, moving on.
I would say this is the
Oh,
second phase
go
of the
ahead.
pandemic. The first phase is the Tiger King
you're
phase.
right.
The second phase is the riot phase.
Right.
Yeah.
BLM.
Riot.
movement.
Third phase is free money for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, you're
It's not
you're right.
happened.
It kind of is.
Like, woo! I hope I get another pandemic.
Jesus.
Dude. Actually, we'll wait till we get to that part to discuss those. We'll wait till the third phase.
I didn't hear about this. A U.S. $5 billion class act. This is June 2nd. A U.S. $5 billion class action lawsuit is filed against I do remember this.
What?
Against Alphabet Inc. and Google, alleging the company violates users' right to privacy by tracking them in Chrome's incognito mode.
Huh.
They know all the porn I look at now. I thought they didn't know the porns.
You know what's funny?
Incognito mode?
Do you still use incognito mode when you look at porn?
Yeah.
I do too, and
Just
I'm like, why
have it.
do I? Like, it's my
No.
computer.
You don't want somebody else to use your computer, and they put in a letter, right? And you're like, oh man, auto suggests there's not a lot of letters left that they're not gonna get some porn.
Yeah, I mean, I still use it, but yeah, you're right. That makes sense of why I use it.
What's the data for porn? Like, what would it be marketable for you?
Embarrassing. Oh, what?
Yeah,
why
does the
you?
marketing want
Oh,
to
I think
know?
they just want to know. It might not be porn. It might be other things you're looking at, and they want to know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
oh,
true.
this guy's into this kind of porn. Maybe we'll sell him this.
Well, Chloe, sometimes
Sure.
I use incognito to shop for people so they don't know what I'm buying them.
See.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I mean, I don't actually. That's just what they say incognito mode's for instead of just saying it's for porn. All right.
Let's see, what else? COVID.
Always COVID.
Oh, yeah. Here's where the Indian soldiers and 40 Chinese forces are killed in those skirmishes where they're throwing rocks.
That's so weird.
40.
It was some tough rocks.
That's a lot.
This is where I think they pushed them over an edge or something for the Chinese.
More people died in that little thing than that bombing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So ridiculous. Mm-hmm. They're just punching each other.
This is ridiculous, you know.
Okay, we're in July with still no other
Yeah, not
non-COVID
much.
things.
When did we get the first COVID check? Was it not around July?
It's much later, I
Was
thought.
Man, time is so weird.
I think in July, we're around the time we'll be like, we need to get out of here. So we went and drove around places.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
It's like, we had enough.
Oh, July is just COVID. It's just COVID.
What's funny is, before COVID, I feel like I stayed inside the house a lot, right? Like, we would go out a decent amount of times. But it's not like, it's just the fact that you're kind of forced to stay inside most of the time. I feel like that's half the problem.
Yeah.
Also, I think we generally feel better after we start taking vitamin D supplement.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
take vitamin D. You?
I take a vitamin every day. It's not vitamin D, though. I'm sure it
But
has
it's-
vitamin D
it's
in it.
contained, probably.
I know vitamin D is supposed to be the big thing that is killing people is if you're vitamin D deficient.
God, August seems boring.
I don't know what's going on.
July and August
here we
is
go.
just all COVID.
August 26th, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos becomes the first person in the history to have a net worth exceeding $200 billion.
Damn.
And that's after his divorce.
That's insane.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, you lose a good chunk of your money and you still are far and away the wealthiest man in the world.
So-
that's
The
how
other
much
people cannot compete.
the disparateness is. Like,
That's
he
insane.
is super fucking rich.
Yeah.
So I saw this other TikTok that talked about, they always have like subjects where you see people answering some questions. So it's like, what's the most like insane show of money you've ever seen? And this one guy talked about where he worked. You would have like, I don't know what you call them, like people from the Middle East that like own, like they're like royalty. What do they call those?
Mm-hmm.
There's a term for it.
Princess.
Yeah, like
Princess.
princes or princesses. I don't
Saudi
know.
royal princess.
Princes, I guess, will be the term. And he's talking like the amount of money he would have is literally like Jeff Bezos' money in a bank. Like the amount of wealth is just like this person literally owns a country.
You know, actually, until Apple went bonkers, the actual really most valuable company in the world is like Saudi Arabia started a company called Saudi Aramco, I think.
Okay.
And like I think technically all the people that live in Saudi Arabia own a slight percentage. It was actually until oil prices tanked and Apple went super high, it was net worth more than Apple. Right?
Well, it's
Yeah.
the whole country's worth, basically.
And one thing about these billionaires list, they do not include if you are a sovereign, if you are the king,
Exactly,
queen,
yeah.
anything. Your wealth is not included. You can't be counted because technically it's tied to the country. So there might be theoretically people worth more. I actually think he might be topping them on paper. Because again, Amazon stock on paper is worth that not much. If he tried to sell it, he wouldn't really have it. But then with oil prices plummeting so much, I don't know if the Saudi royal family is worth...
It's going down now.
Yeah, they're worth a fraction of what they were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What about British royal family? They own shit ton of money too.
They're not
They're
as
not
rich
that
as you'd
rich.
think.
Oh really?
They're actually, compared to Bezos, they're poor. They're poor people.
They're peasants.
Shockingly, they are. So I was actually watching a thing on this. So it was actually George the Third, I think, got insanely in debt, and then he made a deal with Parliament where like he sold most of the assets to them, and he gets like a pension, and they get like a so many $1 million a year pension.
I'd say they're
But
probably
some
like
things
millionaires,
it's actually
right?
really complex. They're millionaires.
Like
They're all millionaires.
Multi-millionaires, probably.
I'd say like low billions is what the Queen is probably worth.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
But even then, like, a lot of it isn't technically her wealth. It's like an ongoing payment from the government, from George the Third's deal. And like a lot of them, they can only spend on if it's on official state business. Like they have to go and say, well, we're hosting this, delegation from so and so.
I don't even get the point of the royal
stuff.
family in Britain. Like they don't actually have any
At this
power.
point, it's tourism.
It's celebrity.
Yeah, it's just tourism.
Yeah, it's weird.
They theoretically still have some power, but
But
if
the minute
they
they
ever,
try to
if they
execute the
exercise it, Parliament will remove it right away.
Like,
And actually, I think it was maybe Australia asked the Queen to exercise some power.
Yeah,
To,
because
like-
the government shut down.
Yeah, to like call them for a special session or something like that, and she did. But it's really mostly symbolic.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But
it's just
she
a
did. They
symbolic
technically
power.
needed her to do it, but really they probably
Yes, because government shut down, right? They
Yeah.
can't reach an agreement, but people need the government to function again. That's why they call the Queen.
Yeah, so she still has technically power in Australia and Canada.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just very, very little.
Just not much.
Okay, here's big news. I feel like it should be. Shinzo Abe, the longest-serving prime minister in Japan, announces his resignation from office, citing ill health. Is he dead now? This is in August 28th.
Oh
Oh, it
yeah.
might be.
He is still alive. He's still
Still
ticking.
kicking.
Yeah. He has made a lot of changes in Japan.
Yeah, he was in office for a long time because I've always heard of this guy.
Yeah.
So from
8 years.
2006, apparently.
Oh, 2006.
14 years.
You
in
watch
office.
any shows and just regular talk shows with him
Yeah.
in there, he's surprisingly
say.
easy going.
I remember them talking about him during the
Very
Bush
humble,
era. So
yeah.
he's there then.
Hmm.
But I don't know much else to say about him other than
Nope.
he's the
No
head
idea.
of Japan for a long time.
Yeah.
Into September.
Into September we go.
Sudan.
Woo.
Pope.
I still haven't seen the payments.
Pope
Was
Benedict,
it?
really
Yeah.
that long? Old? Pope
93.
Benedict the 16th becomes the longest lived pope at 93
Really?
years, 4 months, and 16 days.
I didn't
The
know it was
longest
that
Pope
old.
I
ever
didn't
pope.
realize he was that old. I know he was old. They're all old, but that is crazy.
I didn't think. he
We're
was
going to get a
that
new
old.
pope soon, right? There's no way he can keep going.
I thought he was like a 70-year-old. Kind of.
No, he's already... This is the guy that retired. That's right, okay.
Not the new Pope.
He stepped down in 13, so he's still...
Not that
he
cool
used to
hip
be
Pope.
He's one of the rare ones that...
Decided not to continue
Yeah, that
do
retired.
it till he
Francis is
dies.
the new
Yeah.
one.
So the current one, he is a mere...
I would say
see
he
what
looks
his
young.
age is. No, he's 84.
Dang, he doesn't look 84 though. Let's give him props.
He does look actually pretty good for an 84-year-old man.
Do you think because he has dementia, that's why he stepped down?
I think maybe, I don't know, they got him in some Epstein stuff.
Jesus.
Or maybe they found some Nazi paraphernalia because he was German, right?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Good lord.
No, I don't know. It's probably just his age. That's just crazily old. They'd probably get a new pope.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those worlds, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They have, like, I bet they have more money than Bezos, the Catholic Church.
Oh, they have.
They
to.
have so much stuff.
They have so many assets.
And just a history of wealth.
Yeah, just crazy money, crazy followers. But I know next to nothing about it, and like what do they do, and what do they own, and how do they operate? It's like
the Vatican City's a whole country, so
it's a type of wealth that maybe you find a corner or turn a pillow, and there's $several million here.
I want to see like how much wealth does the Catholic
Church has?
Yeah, Catholic Church have. I'm curious if anyone has an estimate. Estimated to be 30 billion? That's nothing.
Man,
that's on paper.
Bezos is so fucking rich.
They don't have a good number, right?
Yeah, that makes me think Bezos is just nuts.
Like to think he has
that
more
can't
than
be right, because they're saying the Mormons have 100 billion. Catholic Church... No, this is different. They're saying Catholic Church in the U.S. The Catholic Church in Germany alone has 26 billion.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church in Australia has 20.5 billion.
Are they different sects, though? Like, they probably...
Yeah, the Catholic Church... No, they're all controlled by the Pope eventually. The Catholic Church in Italy only has 2 billion.
Go to him.
So
it probably is way more than
I want a whole total of all the Catholic Church nationalities, though. What is the net worth of the Catholic Church?
They trying to separate that shit out so you don't know.
Yeah.
They're just saying basically the Vatican is 15 billion. Like that in Italy has 15 billion.
Itself.
They won't give you a solid number.
They're saying it isn't a corporation and an association of like-minded people who run many, many corporations. It's like asking what the net worth of Republicans is.
That makes
but
sense.
I still feel like they all eventually answer to the Pope, but okay, kinda.
Kind of.
So crazy.
So they run some sort of foundation.
Huh.
Essentially.
I'm sure they will run multiple.
I feel it's like
foundations.
I feel like they have that set answer to tell you because you don't want to know the answer is $2 trillion. They don't want you to know that.
I wouldn't doubt it's in the trillions, right? For the whole entire Catholic Church.
I bet if it's allowed, Bezos doesn't want his money being in public eyes either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, who knows if
Just
he has
wait
more
till
than he
Bezos starts the
lets on.
Amazon religion.
We'll have your Bible delivered.
Yeah. Religion to your doorstep in 2 days or less.
A sermon delivered straight to you.
What else we got?
We still haven't seen the payments, and I don't feel like that was just a couple months ago.
You want me to Google it?
Yeah. I feel like we must have missed that.
How much was that check?
$1,200.
November 21st. Oh, that's the deadline to get the money.
Huh?
It was back in August, it looks like, maybe. Why don't you just control F in Wikipedia, dog?
You want me to look for 1,200?
I would put stimulus. April... Nope, that's Japan.
No, that's Japan. How does Japan's get in here, but ours doesn't?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Well, what's funny is, like, so many countries had a stimulus package ongoing this whole time.
It's all about the recent one.
Yeah, it's all, Google's gonna fuck it up and give you the recent one. But CARES Act passed. When did CARES
you're
Act
right.
pass?
March 27th. Really? That early?
Wait, was it?
I didn't know it was that quick.
We did not get checks that
That's what
quickly.
they said. No, you didn't get them, but they passed in March 27th is what they're saying.
Wow, I did not realize. Type in stimulus
I
in
didn't
that.
realize that was it.
Was it
Hold on.
really in March? We got checks, maybe?
It's when they started it.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's probably right because people saying it took 9 months to get another one.
That's crazy.
Dude, our government sucks.
Well, they at least passed it that quickly in March. That's pretty crazy.
Hey, at least you guys have one.
Yeah, I know.
Be grateful.
We get nothing.
You guys, because you guys make too much.
Yeah, but still.
Is it? I thought it was like.
I don't make that much. I'd like a nice 1200 is not much. I don't know if I'd do anything with it.
Yeah, buy hobby stuff or something.
Market?
Yeah. Let's go on.
You're back in May now. You need to go back to September.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're in September.
September 2020.
Apparently, they discovered a new 1634 edition of The Two Noble Kinsmen, the last play by William Shakespeare.
What is that?
That's kind of cool.
Blah blah blah.
I like how
Nothing
at
else
the
really
end of
in
every
September.
month they just say the death toll or the confirmed cases worldwide is this.
Okay, before our protests, massive protests break out in Kyrgyzstan following accusations that the October 2020 parliamentary election was unfair. Prelude to a bigger one.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the phases. I think is Tiger King phase, the BLM phase, then the election phase.
It's kind of like a 3-stage boss fight.
October, I felt like was just about the election coming up.
Oh,
to
that's
me.
all it was, for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember anything else.
Even most of November. What do you?
Yeah, nothing in October was really about.
Because even after the election, it was still all
Nothing
about
happened.
the election. It's still all about the election a little bit.
November 3rd, there's the election.
Yeah.
And we talked to that to death.
What?
The election.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
what's
we
that?
really did. It was huge, though. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's still nuts. It's still not over. Still don't know until Joe Biden is in the White House giving orders. Do I think, okay, now we know the result?
Yeah, dude, I don't believe
Yeah.
anything yet because who knows?
I'm still waiting to see.
2020 is the year
clue.
of surprises.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Hey, January 6th is when Pence does the whole reading because they're doing like
When
big
what?
Trump protests.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh, and do you remember when I was saying he's gonna pull out a suitcase or something? Was my prediction?
Mm-hmm.
Now going around on 4chan, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is they say since Biden's gonna count, they're gonna bring in a Diebold voting machine and he's gonna feed them in. That's the meme going around, and he's gonna get like the wrong number with Trump winning by a lot.
That's hilarious.
And then they're gonna demand a recount, and then he'll hit the machine button again and get Trump wins by even more.
Like, how could you?
I figured this out before 4chan. I think I beat him to it. Well, I said the suitcase. He'd pull out a suitcase, but still, Pence is gonna just screw with the vote.
Yeah.
Would be hilarious.
It'd be so weird.
I'm sure.
I'm sure
I
it's
don't
just going to
think
be
he'll do
normal
that. It'd
thing.
be shocking.
But
I think they're allowed to object. There will be legal proceedings, probably.
yes, that I don't.
But
doubt.
it probably won't matter.
That one I don't doubt.
Let's see. Okay, November 16th. This is when we got the news about the vaccine.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? That was back in November.
94.5%. Yeah,
Wow.
because it was after the election. Because Trump was like, I'm telling you, once the election's over, they'll be like, we got the vaccine because I know they got it.
Yeah.
And you know what? He didn't lie about that one because they had the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I still don't know if I trust the fucking vaccine, but they may have it. Oh, it was actually November 9th, closer to that. That was the second vaccine we got.
You still don't know if
The
you would
So
take it if you were
Modena.
offered it.
6 days after the election. I know. I still want to see what everyone else gets. Then I'll take it. I want at least a few more people to trial it.
That's fair. I saw this other video where this girl is like
TikTok.
going, so my mom got the vaccine because she is a nurse and she's having some side effects. Mom, what side effects are you experiencing? And she goes to her mom, and her mom just stands there and be like, being a boss bitch.
They actually have had a few serious ones where like there's some allergies, but it's like
But that's
in
out
the
of
single
millions.
digits, like 5 or 6, where they go into a coma. But it's really, really rare.
Yeah, severe allergy reactions. It seems like.
Yeah, they think it's allergies. They're allergic to something, and they're trying to figure out which part they're allergic to,
But it's also
so they can
like
test for it before they administer it.
what percent? Like it's such a small percentage of people.
Yeah, and they think it's not even the vaccine. They were thinking it's like
The delivery mechanism?
yeah. Well, they have some stuff in there like as part of
Stabilizer?
yeah, stuff like that. They think they might be
Some of
allergic
the
to some.
ingredients in there.
Yeah, not like the active ingredient, the non-active
Gotcha.
ingredients, and they're trying to figure out which one.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
So, and then again, it's like single digits after like hundreds of thousands. But it is not 100% risk-free.
No, for sure not.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So, let's see, moving on.
We're gonna have to listen to our predictions from last year.
I know.
It's way off.
Yeah, that won't even be close.
Not even close.
That was-
Boko Haram still exists. Apparently, they killed people in November 28th. That was the what was the 2012 thing?
What?
You know what I'm talking
The
about?
2012 thing.
Isn't
No
that the
idea.
guy? That was such a big thing.
Huh?
Coney 2012.
Oh, Coney. Yes.
Isn't he Boko Haram?
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Coney 2012. That thing fucking led to nothing. It was such... That's where you're like, what's wrong with the media? They focus on this thing for like 3 minutes, and then they're like, oh yeah, but we can't do anything about it, so let's forget about it after 2 months. After we made it the biggest thing in the world because there was no news going on.
I feel like they're just desperate for viewership. So they start manufacturing news.
And I still barely learned what they were even doing. I just know,
Yeah, I know
he's
Coney.
a bad person in Africa somewhere,
I just don't understand.
and we need to
what we're-
stop him. And if I don't go around saying we're gonna stop him, I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a terrible person.
So much virtual signaling.
Yeah. Let's move on. But then we'll all forget about it in 2 months.
Yep. pretend
All right,
like
what's
that.
December? Not much in December because we actually, it's recent enough to
Yeah.
where it feels like it's
Well, remember.
happened recently.
Oh, did you see this? The UN Commission on Narcotic Drugs votes to remove cannabis from a list of dangerous drugs in recognition of its medical value, although some controls will remain.
Yeah, it's still illegal though.
Did you see Russia has its own vaccine?
No, I did
Yeah.
not.
The Sputnik 5. It's not the
called
same as the
Sputnik?
ones we have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are we doing
So weird.
Are we doing a race to the moon but with vaccines?
I think so, because it is... China has their own vaccine too, right?
Yeah.
Not the same.
Wow.
I'm just telling you, like, there's the third trial data out, then, I mean, you can't trust that thing, right? But they start vaccinating people. So.
This is how the zombie
knows?
apocalypse starts, Zach, with
Oh
untested
shit!
vaccines.
What if it is?
They're all gonna go zombie.
The vaccine
That's likely.
creates.
Those movies were a warning, Zach. A warning.
Dun dun dun.
It's happening, sir. It's happening.
I like this. Nepal and China officially agree on Mount Everest's actual height. Like, how long? Why do they have to agree? Why is there a debate? Why do they care?
Why is
Very good
that
question.
news?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's weird.
There has to be like an official recorded. And why are they in the agreement? I want to know.
I didn't know the PM of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, was in a corruption trial.
Really?
Oh, it's ongoing.
It alleges that he was bribed a judge with a retirement package in return for information on an investigation into alleged campaign finance. Good God. Politics is always so too complicated.
Corrupted.
I'm not even going to try to figure it out.
He's such a, distant memory for me.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the COVID 2, the sequel in the UK.
Oh, yeah, the new one.
It's a sequel.
Did you know
Season
they
2.
called it SARS-CoV-2?
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, no.
It
wait,
really is
that's
COVID 2.
No, that's also the name, SARS-CoV-2.
For COVID-19. God,
Yeah.
why can we settle on one way to describe it.
That's what they use.
Oh, shit. This is interesting. 36 cases are reported on Base General Bernardo O'Higgins, whatever, in the Chilean and Arctic territory. First infections in Antarctica.
Oh shit! There's 36 cases of COVID
in Antarctica. That's hilarious. I know that's terrible. Oh wait till. How long do you think till it's into the International Space Station?
How are we ever going to get it out of the
Start
U.S. if
infecting the
Antarctica
aliens.
got it?
Wait, Zach.
It's never gonna be.
How
safe.
long until the UFOs that we were talking about earlier say it's gone to their planet?
Bro, they started it.
They're the ones that brought it. You don't even know.
No. It's going to be the Star Wars like a new excuse to invade the Earth.
I thought
because of the strike.
I thought you were
They
gonna
killed a bunch
go
of
with
aliens.
This whole thing is just a Star Wars promotion. I mean, they were promoting so hard the other ones. Now they need to get more attention.
That's fun. Oh, you missed the Christmas bombing thing that happened in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So when did that happen? That was Christmas. We haven't gotten to Christmas yet. So hold on. That was December 21st, I just read. So
25th.
now, okay, we can go. Nashville. It only injured 3.
He actually
Yeah,
had
but
a
they-
thing
they
that
have
went over
videotapes
saying to
over.
leave and evacuate. He didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah. Is it weird that we still don't know why exactly he did it? I've heard theories, but no definitive. Or even they know his name, but I haven't even seen a picture of the guy.
I've seen a picture of him. They have pictures of him now.
Do they? Let me Google it. What's his name?
I don't know his name. What do you think? Think I got his phone number too?
Zach?
You have a first name basis with
Yeah.
this guy, sir.
What was he doing? Oh shit! That's the first time. I haven't. 7 hours ago. This story.
I think they just recently identified him.
Hunted lizard people? This dude's a crazy person. I did not see this news.
Hunted
people,
lizard
huh?
people.
Other alien beings.
How is his?
Yeah,
I
man.
think he did it as to try and disable 5G networks.
That's what I had heard too, but at that point it was a theory. But it might be starting to form as around that's what happened. Ramblings about assorted conspiracy, including the idea of shape-shifting reptilian characters. Creatures, are you sure he wasn't joking?
Extraterrestrial beings.
Like, you could listen to our podcast, and I'm sure I endorsed that theory many times.
Yes, very much.
I don't really believe it, but it's
I
hilarious.
think this is literally a madman. My question is,
on
how do
Yeah.
people this insane are
You know
able
how
to
to build
create
a
a
bomb.
bomb?
Yeah. And a good
they're-
bomb.
They're insane. Doesn't mean they're stupid.
Yeah.
I
little
guess.
bit.
I guess that's
Right?
true.
That's weird. Whew. All right.
Alright.
And then that was only 4 days ago.
Everybody got potential.
All right. Do you want to pull up our last 2019 thing and listen to the...
Now, let's just make our predictions this year.
Okay.
If you want to, you can.
Nah, I might insert it in.
Okay.
If I do.
Yeah, insert it and grade
here.
us. I'm sure it'll be... Because I'm pretty sure mine was more shootings. I don't think that happened because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID
Yeah,
really...
because everybody stay at home. Who you
I thought
gonna
the
shoot?
shootings were going to increase because of the election. I feel like at least protests went crazy, but I don't think there were shootings.
It's kind of funny how, like, school shootings are, like, almost unheard of now. At least
yeah, that's
4
true.
now.
Well, no one's going to school.
Exactly. Like, public shootings
gotta-
don't happen because there's no
You got to
public.
drive around the neighborhood to do a school shooting.
Yeah.
Some people just live too far.
You can get, like, a max of, like, 3 if 3 children are on a Zoom call.
Yeah, you can't kill those bus kids. They live too far away.
Yeah, it's true.
No.
All right, so let's get some predictions in.
Okay, who wants to start with their prediction for 2021?
I got a general question on what a
Okay.
prediction for you. When do you think you'll step foot in your office, your work office?
I'm not sure I believe the June time frame I've heard from anyone.
No.
I actually think before I set foot and other coworkers will be there too. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think not until 2022. That's my
Really?
guess.
You're thinking that far?
I think so.
Wow.
I think there's a good chance that there will be some problem in the vaccine, we stop, or there will be people that are laggards and not getting it, like me. Like, we're going to be the last ones to get it, too, because we work from home all the time, and we can easily work from home.
Yeah.
I think it could go 2022. Like, early 2022.
I mean, I guess
maybe
that's not
late
too
2021? Late 2021 to early 2022.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
my
too
guess.
far from my prediction, because I was thinking late next year, like third quarter maybe, which would be like what?
A little after
July.
the June time frame. I've always heard everyone be saying June. I was like, I don't believe June. Because I've been told last June, I was told October.
Yeah,
It's
nobody.
so many
believes that
dates
shit.
come and go.
What about you, Chloe?
What do you think, Chloe?
2022.
2022? You're with me. You don't even think early or late 2021. You think 2022.
No, 2022, definitely. Because I'm not even convinced that this vaccine will be good for the
And the new
strain.
Yeah, that's the other
And the
variable.
new strain's already here. Like, they found the first case in
Oh, shit.
Colorado, in US. It's already here.
So the media's already building that story so they can justify it, so Bezos can get richer, even though it's not a real thing.
Somebody
No,
on my Facebook posted a meme that said like, "Oh, the vaccine comes out, and now there's a new strain." And I was like, "Yeah, that's how viruses work, man."
Wait, what do you think the chances are? Not even 2022.
Like, forever?
Oh, you
Well,
think like
maybe
2023?
Or 2025?
I think for that to happen, there has to be like a new strain, and
A
it
new strain.
is deadly.
Yeah, vaccine doesn't hit it. No, I think if the vaccine does not protect against the new strain, I think 2022, like 2023, I mean.
Really? I don't know.
If
I
the
think
new,
at some
if
point
it does not
people are
protect
just
the new
gonna be
strain.
like, "Fuck this."
What if the new strain, if you were infected with strain 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or you had the vaccine, either or, neither of them protect you from strain 2.
Then I could see pushing into late 2022 or 23.
Oh, but what's crazy is I think even if that happens, it could just be a forever, because it could be by the next time they have the vaccine for strain 2, there will be a strain 3 and 4. And then it's just going to be the cold again.
It's
like,
going to
just
be a
keeps going.
bad cold. At some point, I think
And that's
we'll
like
just
society
have to go back
changes.
to normal, though.
Now, I think people just will work from home way, way more.
Yeah,
We will always wear masks.
Yeah, masks will
Mask
be
will
very
just be
normal
permanent
for
thing
decades
for a while.
until herd immunity is completely built, or we just accept people dying at 80. Like, no one lives past 75 or 80. They'll just get COVID and die.
Yeah.
I could see
Could
that.
be.
I mean, it does mutate, so like, there's a chance that it's not effective on this one. Do they know that yet?
They know every virus mutates.
No, do they know if
They
the vaccine
don't know
is
if
effective
the
on the
new
new
No,
strain
they
is-
don't know yet because it's fairly new, so they never would have tested against it. They do hypothesize that it will protect against it. The people that made it said they think it will protect
Yeah,
against
see,
it.
that's
but
what
they
I
don't
thought.
know
I
for
said,
sure.
saw something about that.
They think so.
They can't guarantee because they haven't tried it. So it's.
Now,
Dude, when you do development, how many things do you go, well, I think it'll work this way, but I haven't tried it, and they go, oh, it doesn't work that way at all.
whoa, yeah, it's true.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't know we'll be back in June.
Here's another question I have with that.
Okay.
If you have the vaccine, are you still able to technically be like a carrier for it? Like you can quote unquote.
They
get
said...
it?
That's another thing they said they don't actually know. So they still say, even if you have been vaccinated, wear a mask because they don't know if you can... They don't test
They don't know if you
right?
can be a carrier.
Their test is they basically had two groups. One was given a placebo, one was given a vaccine. Then they didn't know which one. It was blind. Then they tested I think 100 days later, some number of days later, and they looked at the ones in the placebo, how many got infected, and then they looked at the people that actually got the physics vaccine, how many got infected, and then that's how they derived the 98% effective, because most of the people that got the vaccine, it was like 2 people out of some group of thousands, and then looking at the group that did get the did not got the placebo, it was way higher, right? And that's
Gotcha.
how they derived the 98%.
But that's only
But
one
there's
test.
no
That's
test
not
in
even
there.
repeatable yet. Like,
Yeah, that's true. And there's no test in there whatsoever about can they spread. Like, they have no idea.
so they are saying wear a mask even if you've had the vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they still think, again, exactly with people that have had it before, most people, once you have antibodies, you don't spread it, you can't get it, you're done. Like, most viruses work this way, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, there are viruses you never build antibodies for, like AIDS and stuff. But
Well,
for the most
I
part,
thought
viruses
you never
work
recover
like,
from AIDS.
once your immune system has killed it off, you're good, you can't spread it, it just pushes it out
Is
of your
that
body.
how it works with the flu? If I get a flu vaccine, I can't not only not get it, I can't be a carrier of the flu.
Yeah. But see, they're guessing it. Flu is one that mutates so much, they're guessing at which one they'll get.
Yeah.
There's so many different varieties. They're like, well, you immunize against this one, but you might get a different one. And then
And
you
that's
just spread
done.
that one.
That's like a normal vaccine, where this is a mRNA vaccine, which we haven't really done much before. Like, have
Yeah,
we
that's
done
another
this?
variable, right?
Huh?
Yeah, no. And you know the one crazy thing? They developed it in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm sure once they had a breakthrough, it was probably pretty easy,
No.
right?
From the point in time that they started vaccine research to the point in time they said we have a vaccine, it was actually 2 days.
Really?
2 days. Because they actually just had an AI basically look at like proteins and whatever and generate the answer. And then-
Really? So
Yeah,
they had
the
to build
rest
the
of it.
AI and everything.
Yeah. No. They already had that.
Really?
So 2 days, once they started, let's do vaccine research, 2 days later, that was the initial one that was released. 2 days later, they have what they think is the vaccine.
Uh huh.
All the rest was trials.
Ah.
Everything else was
So
a
how
trial.
long ago did they actually have the vaccine then? That had to be a while ago then.
Yeah, March. They had a vaccine in March.
Oh.
They started trialing it.
But they had to do long-term trials to make sure.
Yes.
That makes me a little more confident in the vaccine, honestly.
Well, no, because
If they did
Yeah.
like 9 months of trials before actually saying, okay, we have a vaccine.
well, the thing is, normal vaccine development is like years of trials.
Yeah, it's already very fast compared to normal vaccine.
Yeah.
Well, I did see where somebody said normal vaccines take so long because they don't have the funding and they have to do it in stages, whereas
Yeah.
with coronavirus, they had
And
the
it-
funding to do multiple stages at the same time.
It's so insanely bureaucratic.
Yeah.
Like this isn't actually in there. Actually, I feel like it should be. Do you know who Slate Star Codex is?
No.
Have you heard of that?
No, I have no idea what that is.
I heard of them.
You did, because I sent you a link early on in the pandemic. There was this guy that back when people were saying don't wear masks,
Mm-hmm.
he published a huge thing on like you should wear masks. Here's all the evidence, Harvard studies, everything. He's a guy I really like to read.
Mm-hmm.
He's for the autists,
Yeah.
basically. Okay. So during this year, the New York Times did
Oh,
like
they're
an interview with him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they were going to disclose his real name,
Okay.
okay? And so he took his blog offline in response to this because he was going to be doxxed by the New York Times because he's actually a psychiatrist, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's still not back up today. Like, he is completely offline. It was this blog I love to read because he's a very interesting guy. He's, like, super autist, deep dives into weird topics.
What does it
Like,
matter?
again, back in the early pandemic
why
when
wouldn't
everyone
they
was
still
saying,
dox
don't
him?
wear a
I don't
mask,
understand.
he made me believe... Oh, it's apparently they believe... The New York Times said it was their policy to release the names of the people they interviewed. But some people think it's because he went against the CDC. He published their name. He published, like, no, you should wear a mask, even though everyone was saying don't wear a mask. Even though the official story was don't wear it. And he was like, no, you should definitely fucking wear a mask. Look at all this pile of evidence.
Yeah.
And I was early on saying, yeah, you should wear a mask because I read this thing. And I sent a link to Chloe saying, hey, read this. And it gave a lot more stuff about
I
what
don't
the future of
understand the
COVID.
opposition to masks at all.
Why did we
Such
get
a-
on this point again? I had a point to make. I forgot.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
First, I thought this should be a story because it was a big story. At least people in a certain community like me, like just reading Bay Area nerds.
You were talking about the vaccine and you got on this guy.
I don't remember now.
I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, I'd forgotten what my point was. I was leading to something and I'd forgotten it. There's something about this guy.
Well, he took off his blog. What else are you trying to say?
Shit, I wanted to get to a point.
Did he have something with
forgot why I started on
coronavirus
it.
besides...
Other than one, I do think it should be one of the stories, because I thought it was a big story then.
Okay.
And?
No ending. Did he have, like, another coronavirus study or something? About vaccines?
No, like I said, his blog's still not back.
Oh, huh. Maybe that was your only point.
No, there was something that he said that I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, let's just move
Well,
on.
we're talking about the vaccine and the trials and doing... I was saying I trust it more because it's been 9 months.
Yeah.
And that got you on that.
I trust it more because it's been 9 months.
And it's an mRNA.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember why I was going off on this. Go on.
Well, so we still have to get to predictions, so...
Well, what was the question you asked that we went on this rant for?
I don't remember.
Shit.
It was a while ago.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
let's go predictions then.
I first asked you guys when you'd step foot in the office. Then I asked...
And I said like 2020.
Yeah, but then what was his second question? He had a second question.
I don't know. Did I ask if you'd take the vaccine? I don't think I did ask that.
No, you didn't ask that.
Anyways, well, let's get to predictions.
Okay, predictions.
I mean, so we
Who wants
gotta-
to give their first prediction?
I think one of the things that for sure will happen is Biden will get into office, and whether or not we get a $2,000 stimulus, he will do a stimulus package.
Oh, no, I thought, my understanding is he's the reason we got the 600 instead of 2,000.
I wouldn't doubt that because he wants to be able to give us a big package when he's in office.
Yeah, that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Or I think he's just part of the neoliberal order. Like, he doesn't want to spend that money.
No, I think he'll want that look because he will be known as the president that got into office and started giving
it could
money
be
to Americans.
like he wants to delay it just so he can deliver even more than to 2,000.
Exactly.
Could be. I don't doubt that. You think so that's your prediction? You'll get a bigger stimulus.
That's
later.
My first. I can see that happening like as one of his first things in office. He will want a stimulus package.
Okay.
My prediction is mass inflation. Your $20 steak will become $30.
No. I feel like they can't do that. Like, they have to realize that they can't just keep printing money and they'll stop.
They're printing money.
Why do you
now.
think mass inflation?
Because they keep printing money.
Printing money.
Oh.
You're getting $2,000 check.
Well,
His money printer go burr.
But Zach,
Why?
did you lose any money? Are you still making the same money you were a year ago?
I make more money technically.
Yeah, see? And if you get even more money on top of that, what's going to happen?
But I'm still paying taxes.
I know.
You pay
I
taxes.
know
has
you're
nothing
thinking,
to
what
do
about
with
those
it.
people that lost money? But the thing is, the Larry Summers, if you know who that is, made the point recently that we have payroll data. We know how much payroll people get in the nation as a whole.
Yeah.
Right now, that's down $30 billion from the same time last year.
What?
It's down $30 billion. But how much will this stimulus increase it? It'll increase it by $150 billion per month. So what happens then?
It doesn't add up.
It's probably inflation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
See, my prediction is there will be too much inflation and they'll stop. They won't print more stimulus because they can't keep doing it.
How are they going
Then
to
how
stop?
do
Are
other
they going to
countries
raise
do
the
it?
interest rate?
How are
No,
countries?
they just won't. Like more stimulus.
Germany, Canada, Japan. How are they making
Oh,
stimulus packages every month?
See, that's the thing, is everyone else is inflating too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, so our currency relative to other currencies is basically staying afloat. It's the same. They don't...
Oh, I see what you're
But
saying.
like the unit amount of goods. Say
Yes.
like the American cow farmer raised the cow worth $200.
I know.
Just supposedly right now you have the same demand. Everybody got more money. The cows are going to worth $400.
I know. And I think they can do this for a while, because relative to other countries, they keep doing it. So it's not going to mess with the international order.
It's not going to mess with
But
the international one.
But what it does screw with, and what I think they have to eventually stop, is that there are retirees and people that no longer work, and they have their money basically in cash or cash equivalents, and they're living off of it.
Right. They're
If
getting
the prices
screwed,
keep
yes.
going up and up, they won't be able to afford retirement. They won't be able to store their life. So they have to, like, they can't keep accelerating this until, like, inflation eventually breaks eventually. Like, the economy will completely go under. They have to stop. And I think with Biden in there for 4 years, I think the Democrats don't care either. Just like the Republicans.
No, absolutely not.
They will be like, we're just gonna stop sending the checks and say, just live with it. We can't afford it. Sorry. And it'll be a blame game about whose fault it is, but either way, they're gonna stop sending them.
What do you mean they're going to stop sending checks? I don't think he's just going to have one stimulus check and be done.
Yeah, that's it. Even if the pandemic goes to 2023,
Oh,
we just can't afford it as a nation,
Oh, I see.
and then we're just gonna stop.
If you're,
And that's it.
I will
and
say,
the interest rate will go up.
Yeah.
I want to say, if it does go into next year, I'm thinking around, if we're still going through a pandemic, or especially if it gets worse, which it might with holidays, who knows? Come summer, when we had like the BLM riots, I think we will have the actual class
Stimulus
riots at some point.
Oh, I bet it will switch over. I think you're right. Like, okay, not about race. We just want... Bezos needs to give us money.
Yeah, why is he not
Sharpen
paying
the
taxes? That could
pitchfork.
pay for some of this.
Yeah. I think the waiters that are no longer employed have nothing better to do than riot.
Yeah, I think there will be plenty of people that are just out of work, and that's something they can do. Violence.
Yeah.
I bet you violence will increase. in
If I lost my
2021.
job and you lost your job and I was out of work for 6 months, at some point I'd be like, fuck this, I'm going to go burn shit down.
Why not? I mean, the worst they can do is throw you in jail,
Yeah,
but if
what
you're
are they
already
gonna do?
poor, it doesn't matter. In fact, jail might give you meals.
Yeah. You don't get caught, then you don't go.
That's
You
true,
might
too.
want to go.
No,
Just for a
you
meal.
steal stuff. Steal stuff from rich people.
Okay, so my broader
Good
prediction
luck.
for that will be there will be a lot more bombings and a lot more arsons and shootings.
I think that's
But
right. Just
targeted.
his mental health is declining so much more. Like, that guy might have... I bet that guy was a perfectly straight-laced, normal person in all the pandemic. And he's like, fucking lizard people?
That's, I think,
Blame the pandemic
biggest
to lizard people.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
In another 6 months, Mike Pence is going to be screaming about lizard people. He seems like the most even-keeled guy, right?
Oh,
what do you
those
think
lizard
Trump's going to
people?
do when he's out of office?
Oh, that's a really good question.
No idea.
I think he will, if he leaves, and that's not 100% if he leaves.
Might start his own party.
No, I think he will immediately announce he will run for president in 2024.
Yeah, I
I
can
believe
see
that
that.
part. Not only just to run, I think just so he doesn't get prosecuted in any way, because if they do, then it'll be, oh, they're going after me so they don't have to fight me in 2024.
Yeah. I still think he's
So it's
going to be
political
a
persecution.
major political figure.
Yeah, there's too many people that are... Although, I don't know. Like, I think he's going to lose so much following if he does step down. That's part of his problem. Right?
Yeah.
Is, like, so much believe that he will be president in another 2 months that if he does just step aside, so many people are going to be so disappointed in him that he'll lose those people.
Which is why we know it's going to be a big fuss thing. He's not going
he's going to put up... He might still step down, but he's not going to step down without, like, making a big deal about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that could trigger some of the political violence. I could see Trumpers... Oh, are you ready for this prediction? CIA, don't come after me. NSA, don't come after me. An attempt on Biden's life.
I don't see it.
No?
It's like, so many people should have tried to have killed Trump, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
It's
thought
just
Trump
not
was going to
how
be the
Washington
one.
does
But
things.
here's the thing, Nick. People on the left, I think, are less likely to commit those kind of things.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
You don't
I
think
don't know.
so?
Some of them seem
I think
freaking
it's
There are
more
violent
crazy
as
people
shit.
everywhere.
I think most people I know that are so anti-Trump don't even
No.
own a
Just
gun.
most
And-
people you know.
No, I
doesn't
thought the
mean you're-
exact same thing. This is what dispelled me a bit. I thought so many right-wingers would want to shoot Obama. They didn't. They didn't. They just let him go.
That's true. That's true.
So, okay, Zach, what do you think about class warfare? Okay,
Like
that's
what?
what your class riots, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of Bernie-Trump alliance between the class warfares? Because I feel like they're different divides of the...
Interesting.
They're
Of the
already
class-
coming
the
together
lower
with
class.
the $2,000 relief.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because Bernie's fighting for it and Trump is. I think
Yeah.
that's the weird part of this is like I feel like Trump represents one part of the lower class and like Bernie represents another part.
Oh, absolutely.
And then Biden is part of like the same as the Republicans that.
That's the establishment.
Yeah, there's like established Republicans and established Democrats. Biden's definitely establishment.
Yeah. He's already in there. Yeah.
And I like somehow that's got to be like the parties need to push into the like more class level than like
If
what do you think about
only-
abortion?
Yeah.
If they
Who
only
cares?
have
Yeah.
Who gives a
recognized
fuck?
they have a lot more similarities
Yeah.
to each other than to the billionaires.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
True.
So you want to know my specific predictions, you mean, with the class?
I was just saying, like, do you think how will that work if Biden and Trump voters want to kill each other? And they're the same class, but they're on different sides.
I don't think
So
I think they
stupid.
will come together.
That $2,000 stimulus you're right, they're coming together a bit.
Yeah. I think they could riot together. I don't think that's
When did the
because it's no
guillotines come
longer
out, Zach?
about Trump or Biden, right? It's just about we hate rich people.
Okay, Zach. I think the Trump voters know how to build a guillotine. I think the Biden voters know where the rich people live.
Teamwork.
Coming together in 2021.
Nothing brings enemies
God.
together like a bigger mutual enemy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Biden's going to be that, even though he's establishment.
No, I'm not saying Biden. I'm saying just
Bezos?
No,
rich people
I
in
think what's-
general.
But that's
what's gonna
part of the
happen.
thing is, like, I feel like...
Biden's health condition won't permit him to do a full term. And Kamala Harris is going to step him
Oh,
up.
no,
Everyone's going to rise against Kamala.
I'm thinking it starts like
I don't know.
some BLM movements had people targeting things that made no sense, right? So I think, because riots happen and people do things that don't make any sense. I think some people are going to go and attack people in rich neighborhoods.
Oh.
I think that could be how it starts.
Wait, which rich neighborhoods, though?
You know, rich
Like
people
Beverly
get
Hills would be
really
like a
rich.
popular one to name.
But that's a liberal one.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as a like, just people
This is-
generally in their neighborhoods might go to like
But this
the
is it.
uber rich
It-
neighborhoods.
It should be that way, but it always gets boiled down to left versus right. Like, so the McCloskeys guys in St. Louis, they're Trumpers, right? Like, that's what it was about. It wasn't about them being rich. It was about them being Trumpers.
But if it's truly
they
the
appeared
poor
in his
against the
convention.
rich, I don't know if it will be that anymore.
Yeah, but how do you stop it when they're like, they go after the rich liberals in Beverly Hills, and all the people on the left defend the people, and then all the Republicans say, yeah, we should go and burn them.
Yeah, you're right. They do try and separate it left and right.
Yeah.
It always is.
Or
They
what if we
always
just
get
is.
it killing?
They
what if a
want to
lot
keep
of
the
right
fight
people
between the
attack
lower.
rich left and left people attack rich right people? Could happen.
Or right people poor right people kill the rich right people, and poor left people kill the rich left people.
No, vice versa.
No, it should be that. You take care of your own. You get rid of your own.
Good luck.
No, I think people are so divided they would attack the opposite rich people.
But that's where it gets into a divide, and then the poor defend the rich people on their side.
I don't know.
See, this is why. I said,
That's
like,
why you can't. That's why the rich keep getting richer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find. I think it'll just be random acts of terrorism, honestly.
Probably. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
People are just going to start killing people randomly. Rich people.
Well, rich people will start to be like, "Oh no, I'm rich. I hope I don't randomly get my house blown up."
Yeah.
Any other predictions?
Police funding is coming back.
No, do you have any
Think it's
predictions?
coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's your prediction for police funding, Zach? Now that Biden's elected, I think nothing changes.
I don't think. Yeah, he's not going to change shit.
He doesn't have to deliver anything.
No.
Yeah.
The idea that he would deliver something was enough to get elected.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to do anything about
Nothing's going to change.
that. You have any good
I
predictions?
just think the Bay Area will continue to fall apart.
You think what?
Everyone's going to keep going. Bay Area will continue to fall apart. Everyone's going to go to Texas. Everyone's already going to Texas. Texas will slowly become more and more the place where things are happening.
Yeah.
Not California.
But Texas will slowly become blue too.
I don't know. I feel like the more right-leaning people move. Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's perfectly right, but he's not like a California crazy.
It's kind of funny how that is weird, though. Like, California is not the place to be now.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I think more and more that's going to become... In New York City, too. I think it'll continue to fall apart.
It took Giuliani so many years to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see.
The problem is when you gentrify everything, eventually some people just can't live there.
It's going to be an interesting decade, that's for sure. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
More things to come.
It's not going to slow down. It's going to be crazier and crazier. It might not be pandemic crazy, but it'll be crazy.
I don't know, man. I think the year 2021 is going to be weird.
Yeah. I think, like I said, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to top 2020, though. Unless, like I said, that was my other prediction.
Continue going on.
January 1st, 12:01
Yes.
midnight, nuclear explosion. Just so people go, well, I guess 2021's not going to be better.
It's funny, though, how our predictions are so less... I feel like before COVID, we had very, like, specific predictions. Like,
Yeah.
this happened, so, like, probably this will happen more. Or after
Yeah,
COVID,
it's
it was
basically
like, I don't
current trends
fucking know.
continue, or they'll be like, or same.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, even more shootings,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, with 2020, we're just like, don't expect any of current trend will continue to grow. There's no prediction here. It's
How
just-
about major volcano erupts?
That might happen.
You know, there's like,
Huh. I can see that.
I think in, what's the one in,
Hawaii?
no, in the middle of the U.S. Not Yosemite, what's the other one that starts with a Y?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. Yeah. That's
think
been
so.
active for a while.
Yeah, I think, like, it has the
Going to
potential
erupt?
to set off
Uh-huh.
an explosion that will, like, completely destroy a large portion of the U.S.
Ooh.
Like, it's technically possible. Or like that Iceland one. Remember the one in 2012, I think that went off? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
A lot of, like, airlines were canceled for months.
Really?
If it was around there.
Oh,
It was huge
I
news.
remember that. Yeah.
They were predicting that it's possible that it could go even worse, and then it would affect the whole world rather than just that region, Europe.
Okay, I got a specific prediction.
Okay, what's the prediction?
Because of the holidays and people relaxing, COVID gets worse for the next few months, right?
Oh, that's obvious. Yeah.
And in March, hold on, that's
Uh-huh.
not the end of it.
March.
And in March, Tiger King 2 releases.
Tiger King 2, Electric Boogaloo.
And it's almost perfect timing where a history repeats itself almost exactly.
There's a sequel to that guy?
There will be a COVID 2020. COVID 20. Maybe that's what we should name the new
COVID
strain.
20.
It'll become COVID 20.
COVID 20.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
COVID 20, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it's
like-
named on the year.
It's like car models
Virus of
except
the
in
year.
reverse. Like, normally, like, car models are the next year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Chloe. What's
What?
your prediction with U.S.-Chinese relations?
Oh. It's a little hard to say because Biden won.
Oh, here's part of my predictions.
What?
The same thing where they're gonna say, assuming Trump is out of office and Biden's in office,
Mm-hmm.
so they're gonna basically do a flip where Trump is controlled by Russia. Now it's gonna be Biden is controlled by China.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could see
For
that.
4 years, we'll hear that fucking shit.
That's likely.
Yeah.
But I think it might still gone south. As in, like, U.S.-China relationship would be never the same as before.
It's because Biden's controlled by China.
No, that's just because of the whole COVID, right? Like, a lot of people died. In the general public's opinion, it's like,
Yeah.
it's not the same as before.
China.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then people starting to realize, Chinese Communist Party is not a friend.
No shit.
Well, it took a long time, right? It took a long
The
time.
Communist Party isn't your friend.
Yeah.
They got plans.
Mm-hmm.
They don't include benefiting you.
So what other predictions we got for the year 2021? Anything good? I do predict there will definitely be more protests because people just seem ready to protest now.
Yeah. And it's part of the, and I think it'll be summer because I think really part of the reason they died down is it just gets cold. And no one
Yeah,
wants
it's
to
too
go out.
cold.
I feel like they know they got away with it in 2020. Like, they were able to steal washers and dryers. Did you
Sounds
see
so
that clip where they were
ridiculous.
carting off a washer and dryer?
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
That was part of a riot. They had a dolly and they were taking a washer and dryer from a place.
I mean, that's what
There's
happens in a protest. People will riot, and then people will just take
Yeah.
advantage of riots and will loot.
But see, the fact that there was very few arrests, like, most people just plain straight up got away with whatever they did.
Ooh, maybe that's what the class war looks like, is people will just invade fucking, like, Targets. Like,
Yeah.
just
I think there will be
like, looting will
any
just go up.
any excuse to riot. They'll riot and they'll start taking stuff.
See, this is why I think a police
'Cause what's
budget is coming
Yeah.
back, and maybe even more.
What's the repercussions?
Because the rich
Yeah.
people gonna lobby the government,
And maybe
to
it becomes
double
more
down
a-
on this.
Yeah.
Us versus
The
the
way
police.
The way this stops is Trump looks racist when he tries to get the police to stop it. Biden doesn't look as racist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Biden's like, everyone's like, well, but he's on our side, so when he tells the police to break our face in, it's okay.
I could see that, though, being a lot of looting and police clashes because of that.
And then you'll even get like people coming from the poor neighborhood go out and saying like, we need the police to come back because
Yeah.
the only grocery store in
So-
our neighborhood got ready, so we have no grocery.
What do you think it will be?
What?
Do you think Democratic governors will be more harsh on the people rioting than they were before because Biden already won?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You think so?
100%, yes.
So
Yeah,
it won't be
definitely.
as bad, really, because they will be more harsh and there will be more repercussions because Biden won, so they don't care anymore.
Yep.
I don't know.
They will
It depends
try.
on how poor and desperate people are.
Yeah, but I do feel like they got away with it, and now they can just get away with it. So I think it'll start again at least.
Mm-hmm.
And
But then
maybe
he'll
it'll be
crack
up to
down-
the governors,
crack the
whether they
whip
crack
harder.
down more or not.
Yeah, I can
What
see
they going to arrest the people? Like what kind of a harsh sentence can it be?
Well, yeah,
Lock
you
them up?
Like if you break into a random place and start taking stuff, I feel like a year, throw them in for a year, they'll learn their fucking lesson.
I don't think that is
I don't
the
do that.
penalty for that, though.
I know, but
Probably
it should
depends
be,
on what
like,
you take.
There's no valid reason to just go break into a store and take stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
but
saying,
Unless
I don't
you're
think
starving.
that is.
If you can prove I'm starving, then I'm fine. If you can prove I'm starving to death.
Yeah.
But
You're
it's like
so starving. That's why you need that Air Jordan.
Yeah, I wanted some
course.
Funyuns. That's sorry. You're going to prison.
Nobody's stealing a loaf of bread. There's people getting the washer and dryer.
Maybe just theft in general goes up. Like, just petty theft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think people want to even stop people if they shoplift. That they said that in San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know that the
What?
what's the drugstore is when we get off the Caltrain?
CVS?
CVS. They shut down
Really?
because people would just go in, take it. No one's gonna stop them because they don't even want to get close to them because they might breathe on them. They're not gonna stop them. So people were just going in and taking whatever they wanted and just leaving. No, like
No repercussions.
nothing.
Because it's
down
less
now.
than
Like, I could
less
see
than
that happening.
They
$900.
closed.
It's not the what do you call it, misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Like the police won't even look at it.
I read months ago that place closed because of this.
Yeah.
Like,
That
I
people
could
just go in
see...
and take whatever they
I
wanted.
could see that, though. Because, like...
You
Just
gotta
like
go
you
back
said,
to
me
your
as a
old
worker, I don't
fashioned
give a
barbed
fuck, man.
wire.
If I saw you
Yeah.
walk by with a TV on your shoulder,
Yeah, I'd say that's yours, fine.
I
Okay,
like-
I take a picture and send it to the cops. That's it.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna call the cops, but like, I'm not gonna rush or anything.
Yeah, not my problem.
Yeah.
Your TV now, bro.
It's like,
Yeah.
and I could see that happening at a mass scale of people just entering Targets and just walking out with shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because what are you gonna do? Say you work at Target and like 10 people walk in and just grab stuff and walk out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop them. It's not my like you get. I never understood this before. Like you get minimum wage or like not that much more. Why do you care? You just go get another job.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I would never have stopped.
Shit, I might take some stuff with them and be like, yeah, fuck this place.
Honestly, if I
But
caught
then
somebody
again, you
shoplifting when
get-
I worked at a store, I probably would have laughed to myself.
I feel like it might. It
unless
depends
you
on my age. Now,
yourself-
probably.
Unless
Otherwise, I'm
you
gonna
yourself
stop.
is a small business owner.
Yeah.
You own this place, like a gas station.
Yeah. Hold on. If it's corporate, I would maybe
if it's
say
the
fuck
owner,
it.
the owner is fucking.
Yeah, no,
putting
I'm just
shut
talking
down,
corporate.
okay?
Yeah.
stores.
Or if I worked at a small local business, I actually might feel like, hey, I know that guy. He's cool. Don't steal from him.
Yeah, it's different.
But it will be like St. Louis, you know.
But that's my
There's-
predictions.
there's
Is
small
it
businesses
would be
going to
more
defend
like a
themselves.
Target or Walmart being looted and robbed more often.
Oh yeah,
then
they
I don't
just
care.
going to
Just
be
do
shut
whatever.
down.
That's just
So
Bezos' money.
yeah,
They get all they want from
Yeah, and
Amazon
Bezos
Prime.
gets rich. Oh, that's
Oh,
it. Bezos'
oh,
net
that's
worth
a good
doubles.
what?
No. Here's what. So they invaded Target,
Uh huh.
right?
They want to try
Of course,
Amazon
because
warehouse.
Of course, because it's Target. So that's number one reason they go there.
Yeah.
Because it's a Target. Seriously. But
Get out of here.
They're asking for it.
I feel like no one has so far gone into an Amazon distribution center and started stealing shit. They know where half of them work there. Like a lot of people.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
it's
not
just
bad.
so
But
large.
you don't know which one's which.
But you get anything. They have way more than a Walmart.
They
Yeah,
do,
but you go there and
but
you
it's
wouldn't
not
even
the
know
thing
where
you
to
wanted.
start. You know what I mean? Like it would be so overwhelming to even know. Like
Yeah,
you'd just
there's
be grabbing
just-
random
That's why
stuff.
it's like so much stuff. Like I feel like that's my prediction. This is a really low probability one, but I think they raid an Amazon distribution center and steal shit there instead of Target because they already stole the stuff from Target and they only have some crap, not that much,
Yeah.
nothing good.
All right, well for our last prediction, let's guess Jeff Bezos' net worth at the end of 2021.
I think it'll go down. I just don't think there's any way the crazy stock market can continue another year.
Oh, I think
Maybe
it'll
in a year.
definitely go another year.
I think that just seems absurd to me. I feel like
I'll
we're
bet
so
you
in
$5
99.
going up.
From today to
Ooh, let's put a bet on
December 29th in 2021, $5. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I won't
gonna
put
go
on the
up.
Dow. I'll put on the Nasdaq.
No,
$5.
oh,
Nasdaq is down.
Just Amazon stock.
Wait.
Amazon stock.
Can we all do a $5 bet, and whoever is the closest Price is Right rules without going over gets the $15
on which one? On what?
Huh?
Bezos' net worth?
Yes. His exact.
Okay, let's look at his current net worth.
It's 200, wasn't it?
That was months ago. It's gone up.
So, okay, if Amazon announced like 4-to-1 splits, we still count it
Splits
as
don't
like
actually
after
make
split.
them more money. It
No,
somehow it does, but
it matters
doesn't.
how you bet it.
Oh yeah, no. We're saying Bezos' net worth. That would not affect his net
Okay,
worth.
fine.
Forbes. We have to use the same source every time.
I need December. I need what is he worth right now.
December 2020.
Maybe like the quarter hasn't ended, so they don't have it yet.
Okay.
183.
183. I thought he was worth 200 billion. See, that's the hard thing. Is it's not even.
No, here, there, go up.
Net worth today.
Go up.
It's
December
basically
21.
200.
204 billion. 204.28. Okay.
Okay.
Chloe, what's your prediction? We'll get the closest one without going over. Is it Price is Right rules?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
230 billion.
230 billion is Chloe. Zach, what's yours?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with a solid even 250.
You think they're going up, both of you?
Yep.
Yeah. You can bet down. It's fine.
I'm going to say 100.
Ooh, you think it's gonna
Half.
half?
I'll say. Well, I can say $1 right now, and I'll still beat you guys if it's anything lower.
Oh
than
yeah, you could do
230.
that.
Okay.
That's true.
But I'm not gonna be an asshole. I will say I actually think 150. Or no, I think 120. I think it'll almost cut in half. 120 billion.
Okay.
Maybe not completely. I don't feel like it doubled over 2020. I think it'll go right back down. I think it'll be like 100 billion.
I don't think his money goes down.
I think a
Your
lot
your
of
official
houses
one is
change
120,
when I go bankrupt.
I'll go 120.
and Chloe, yours
120.
was 230.
Yep.
And yours is 250, Zach.
Yep.
So much money. We're gonna see.
We'll
Gotta dig
see.
this out.
I put it in the show
It'll be
notes this
crazy
time.
if he is the world's worst trillionaire in December
Dude, how
20.
insane.
Yeah.
21.
Oh shit! Look,
Shocking.
do you see? Since you arrived, he's earned the money. Just keeps going. Up.
$121,000.
It just keeps going up. That's hilarious.
Yep.
So crazy. All right, you ready to call it? We've been on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
All
usually
right,
are long
all right.
ones.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah. Yep. Take it easy.
All right, later.
Yeah.